going on, Aimless Podcast viewers? We're back again with a new episode. Today we got one of our good friends, Lewis.
Yes.
Lewis, you want to talk about yourself?
Yo, how you guys doing? As you said, my name is Lewis. I've been best friends with these guys since I can remember, since freshman year. I am currently 19 years old. I'm in college. Sadly, I don't live with these guys anymore. I'm in another state. I'm glad
Yep.
to be here today so I can represent myself and what they got in store for us.
Oh
And
yeah,
that's
oh
pretty
yeah.
much it. Yeah.
Nah, I mean
Yep.
we've been probably hyping up this episode for a minute now, cause like for the longest we've been wanting to do like a Spider-Man themed one, especially with
Yes,
like how
dude.
big No Way Home got and stuff.
Yeah.
And
No way home.
who else than Kid Spider-Man himself to come and join our our podcast today.
I can very say that I'm very happy to be here and honored.
Louis, you want to talk about that for a second, actually, because
What?
a lot of the viewers might not know this, but I'm gonna let you explain it.
Oh, about my
By
Spider-Man
by
videos?
your your childhood celebrity
Oh,
status.
well, all right, guys. Well, they said, I'm probably like the number one or like the most favoritism when it comes to Spider-Man. Spider-Man's been my favorite hero when I was literally born. Like when I was 2 or 1, I had the very first disc copy of the first Spider-Man. And when I was younger, I used to, what do you call it, cosplay or something like that. Like when I was young, I made these videos with my father, and with my stepmother back in the day. These Spider-Man videos. I called it the Return of Spider-Man as a kid. I try to make something up just to value what it was. And when I made it, it hit pretty hard. I have 1 million views as of the first video I made, and then the continuation goes on. The saga, I only made it up till like the trilogy from Tobey Maguire's side. I never did one when what was it? Andrew Garfield was the
Yeah.
Spider-Man back in the day.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, I did not expect those videos to hit. I just did those for fun. It's pretty funny as if you guys see it. It's in my dad's channel, sadly, so I don't get paid for it. It's got over 1 million views, like I said. Uh, Sadly, there's no like likes or dislikes, so I can't see how many people liked it. But I'm pretty sure the most likes I've gotten because he did forget to put that out was about 375 likes. I think that was for the third one I made.
Okay.
So.
Jesus, dude, you're like a bona fide celebrity out here. Like, you know what I
No,
mean? Like
yeah.
right off the, you have a video
I
that hit a
I
million
actually
views and shit.
I have a story. If I can say it right
Yeah,
now
yeah, go for it,
about
Go
go
the
for
for
it.
video.
it. Go for
All
it.
right, so this involves Jason as well. So back in
Bet.
high school, I don't think he remembers, but when we were just in class one day, and then Jason, like, he randomly pops up like the videos that I made, like out of nowhere. He's like, "Yo, look," and then there's me and my Spider-Man videos. And here's the thing: so me and Jason went through it one day, and we just saw like this other video that was kind of like had the same title as mine. It wasn't mine; it was just somebody else's, and it was related to mine. I don't know if Jason remembers, but it literally said inspired by Louis Villa, The Return of Spider-Man as a kid, and it was like a remake
Oh my
that
god.
somebody made of somebody
Whoa,
doing my video. Yeah, some kid, literally years later. That was only like a year ago or two from that time. He made the video, and it was some nice kid. He said that he was inspired by my videos. I assume because I was the only one that came up with that title ever. And here's the sad part. So Jason was a very big troll back in the day, and he decided to put under the comment. I don't know what you put actually.
Oh
Now that I think
no.
about it now, it was a very mean comment. It was like a trolling one at the same time. He was like, "Oh, you copycat" or something like that. And then I'm pretty sure the next time we reviewed it, the video of the kid was down, and we never saw that video again.
Wait,
how,
what?
how am I just hearing about this? How did
Yeah,
Wait a
you remember
minute.
that, Jason?
I
You don't
really
remember that?
don't. I really don't.
Yeah,
What
you
grade was it?
commented. I don't remember. I'd say about maybe junior year. We were
Junior
just like
year.
trolling, or we weren't trolling. I was very, I don't even know how you call it, inspired, or that kid, he made me feel
you
special.
inspired him? You literally
Yeah, I
inspired. Like
inspired somebody.
he made that video because one day he was like cruising down the YouTube recommended list and he found your video and he
hmm
felt and he did like a legitimate like copy like he put on a
Yeah,
Spider-Man suit and it was like, oh, this is
uh-huh.
for
It
Louis Villa.
was it was like my video. It was very related to mine. Like I remember the video. It was like scene by scene. It was like things that I did,
Yeah,
mostly from the movies, with Toby. And yeah, it sucks because I remember specifically Jason just putting some comment, and then the next thing you know, the video is down, and then we never heard from him again.
Jason,
I
you
never.
fucking
I
asshole.
mean, I'm an
I
asshole, I guess, dude. I don't remember
Yeah, that
this.
was the
What the
worst.
fuck,
It was just a kid
Dude,
too. I can't imagine.
you really
dude?
shot that little homie's dream, man. Like
Where
he just wanted
he
me to
just
like
wanted to be like me.
I I feel like
damn.
shit. I don't even remember doing it, bro.
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
Well,
I'm
I
sorry,
literally
Kai.
remembered that like I don't even know like last week, and I was like, I'm definitely gonna mention this in the podcast. So,
Yo,
and yeah, that was
well, I
crazy.
mean, shout outs to the kid if you're watching this, and we know
Yeah,
that
man,
you
shout out
are.
to you, man.
yeah.
We know
Shout
you're
out
You
to
made me
you, bro.
feel
watching.
I'm
you made me
sorry.
feel special, bro.
I'm sorry. Okay, listen. I'm sorry. I don't remember that I even did it. Okay, but I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was nah. I'm like those videos are like legit too. Like those weren't even meant to be like known nor like very popular. I never expected those videos to hit nearly 1 million views. It was just short films that I was just inspired by the goat himself, Tobey Maguire, aka
Fuck yeah.
Spider-Man himself. So
Shout outs to Maguire.
Shout out. Oh,
shout out
yo,
to the
Lewis, you want
yeah.
me to link the videos in like the description?
Yeah, you can link them. Yeah,
Save that. I bet.
Yeah,
I'm
free
just like
publicity, man.
yeah.
Maybe we
Alright.
can connect with the old fan.
Also,
Yeah,
Find out where
man,
he's
it's
at.
did
crazy.
we even mention that Charlie's mic is like shit?
It's shit.
Well, like
It's shit. Yeah, word.
it's not
Damn.
shit, but like it's not it's different.
Well,
You
okay.
know what I mean. Come on.
Sure. Well, no, I mean, I'm not at. Okay, so usually my setup's at home, and that's where I have like the good mic. So I'm sorry, audience out there that's listening to this, and I sound like I have fucking COVID because I don't have the same mic. I'm actually using the mic Jason got me for, I think it was Christmas, the HyperXs that you got me.
Yeah, it
Remember
was like
those?
a whole like headset, pretty much.
Yeah. So you just kind of called your own gift shit, just saying. But
No. The headphones are amazing. The mic's good,
questionable.
but the
It's
mic's
questionable.
questionable. Yeah.
I know. It's whatever. I mean,
No,
it's all good at the
it's
end of
not
the day.
terrible. It's not terrible. But yeah.
Nah,
Anyway.
you're good. You're chilling.
Yeah, I'm straight.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah, as I can see actually right now from my screen that I have my old channel, the best one was definitely my first one, and it has about 1.2 million views from 9 years
Jesus
ago. Nine
Christ.
years ago I made this, man. I was like 10. I was
9 years.
10 when I made this.
Fourth grade, pretty much, right?
And basically, yeah, actually. And throughout, well, I made other videos besides that because I was a big Sonic fan back in the day. I'm actually starting to become a big Sonic fan now, but yeah, I made other videos and those videos got a little bit of hit too. I'm seeing 3K, 2.1K. The Amazing Spider-Man I actually did make. My mistake. I did make a short film of that because I think that's when Andrew's first movie came out,
Oh
and that has
Right.
shit.
around 32K views. Yeah, from 9 years ago.
Jesus, dude, you're doing
So
like so much better numbers than us. Like,
Dude,
that
you
probably
gotta
is
get
better.
that channel back.
Dude, that's probably better reviews than the second movie of Andrew, bro. Ain't gonna
yeah,
lie.
dude,
Here,
you're already better than Andrew and
Already better than
Lewis,
Andrew.
Spider-Man.
if you
Crazy.
get your channel back, like your dad's channel back, but you claim it as yours, we gotta make a Spider-Man, like the Return of Spider-Man as a teenager. You know what I'm
That
saying?
is yeah, that is one idea he did mention, Charlie. He said that one day, like I should just out of nowhere make a fourth movie, or yeah, like a fourth slash fifth, I guess from where I started till now, and then he says that we should all be involved and
Dude,
with
that
like
shit would be
how
amazing.
with how advanced technology is now with camera edits and all, I
Oh
feel like
yeah.
I would have made better videos now than what I did back then because all I had was a computer and a camera and an editing form, so or
Yeah, dude.
software. Sorry, yeah.
Oh, dude, don't get me wrong. I'd be 100% down. That sounds fucking crazy. Like the return of kid Spider-Man or now as
Spider-Man,
a teenager
yeah,
shit.
the
Lewis,
return.
seriously, after this episode, I want you to contact your dad and be like, "Yo, let me get that channel, you dig?"
Easier said than done, dog.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
not even
I know.
kidding.
But
Like no ego stuff, but I probably would have made a lot of bread, like from this. I probably did already make a lot of bread.
Yeah,
without even
doesn't your
assuming.
dad live out in like the Beverly Hills, out in like California,
Yeah,
with these videos?
yeah. He literally the channel has about 1.14K subscribers as well. I'm not even kidding, guys. When I started the Spider-Man video, it legitimately went from 20 subscribers. I had 20 before anything, and it went from that to 1.14K
Dude, I'm telling
with
you, it takes
I don't
one
even know
video.
how.
It takes one
I
video
really
to
don't even
really
know
blow
how.
up sometimes. That's
Yeah,
all it
man, you
takes.
tapped into like the perfect market because like at that time, Tobey Maguire was like starting to make his rounds out as an amazing Spider-Man, and then people wanted to see videos of that, and you literally gave them what they wanted. Shit, man,
Yeah,
the
nine
numbers
years
show.
ago.
The
She's
numbers
like,
show.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
insane. A
Fucking
lot has.
incredible, man.
Yeah, I really worked hard on these two. Like I was actually making a movie. Like I made like stuff for my father to wear, like for Doc Ock. I made him like these freaking tentacles out of like paper and tape. Uh, for me,
uh,
it's like I had just wore whatever I had for Spider-Man and try to
They were even
act
filmed
like
in New
everything.
York too, right?
Yeah, I even try
Yeah.
to be every character. I try to be Peter, Spider-Man. I think I was trying to be. What was I trying to be? I actually forgot. No, I think actually I was mainly Peter. My father was the one that played like the villains, the side characters, Jay Jonah, all of them. And shout out to my stepmom, even though she's not here with us, like with me at least. She did an amazing job as Aunt May, Mary Jane. Her acting skills are. We're all of our acting skills are actually pretty good. It's not like cringe or anything. I wouldn't find it cringe for myself, even though
Right,
they're my
but you
videos.
had top billing. Like you were the Spider-Man, so
Yeah, I guess I was like another version like of Spider-Man. I guess people liked, which actually now I think about it, I feel kind of glad, you know.
yeah.
it'd be
Yo.
so funny if we found like a tier list video, or not a video, a tier list maker, and it had obviously Toby, Andrew, and Tom Holland, and it also had fucking Lewis on it too.
Yo, that'll be the dream. That'll actually be like the best dream come true
That'd
that'll
be
ever happen to me,
actually
bro.
absolutely insane.
Word.
I
Yo.
really do wish I was an actor for Spider-Man, but only
What's
I
it
was
called?
like, taller, probably. Yeah.
Um, we should definitely like if we actually do like the teenager remake of like your Spider-Man movie, which I'm definitely down to do. We gotta all like split our profits in and like get like a very good Spider-Man costume. I feel like because the costume is like probably one of the like most important things, right?
Yeah, because I in those videos I didn't even actually have a costume. I had like a top long sleeve where I don't know who bought me it. It was literally from like a Disney store. The mask was from a completely different costume I had when I was way, way younger than 9 years ago, like when I was like 6. And the
Yeah.
pants they came with the long sleeve, so it's just a two piece with a mask that I literally like had for years. I probably still do have that mask. I'm not even kidding. And
Hell
like
yeah.
Dude, treasure that
my old
shit.
house.
Yo,
Yeah.
Charlie, you trying to write a script for the movie?
Yeah, sure. I'll be the Quentin Tarantino of Spider-Man movies.
Fuck yeah, yo, bet. And obviously Lewis is gonna be the Spider-Man. Should I be a villain? Ooh, I want to be a villain, bro.
Who would you be?
I don't fucking know.
I feel like he'd make
Someone.
a good Sandman. Not even kidding.
Sandman. Okay, fuck it. I don't
I
care.
see Jason as a Sandman. Charlie, you know who I'd
Yeah.
see you as?
Yeah,
Doc
what's
Ock.
up? Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like when you wear like those if you wore his type of glasses, I feel like it just fit you
I
with
kind of
Oh, dude,
see
tentacles
what you're
around you.
I
saying.
actually have the glasses.
Oh, you
I have
do?
a pair. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I have a pair.
Exactly. I don't know. Yeah, and then the others I'd see them. I don't even know who I'd see them as actually. I just thought of you two like specifically. You guys would fit Sandman and Doc Ock.
Yeah, word.
And it'll be tough to find a Green Goblin because in
We
all
need
hon-
Willem Dafoe. I'm
we need
sorry.
the
Yeah.
foe, bro.
We
Oh,
need
that can
Willem
be
Dafoe.
Ismail.
Green Goblin.
Yeah. I'm just fucking with you. So, who can? Alex can be
This
William Dafoe.
Ismail can be Rhino.
Can Alex be William
Yeah, I
Dafoe?
can see
I
that.
don't know.
I can see
No
him because
one can be
Rhino's
Willem
tall and
Dafoe.
big.
Well, yeah, I know.
True. Shout out
I
to
don't know.
Willem Dafoe. He
Yeah,
was
shout outs to
amazing in
him.
No
Man,
Way
he's a
Home,
fucking
bro.
goat.
No matter how old he is, he'll still be probably the best Goblin of all time that we
Dude,
ever
he
had.
didn't even look that old. Like I know, like between the movies, it was like what, a little, maybe almost 20 years, and yet he still look really good. Like at his age, man. Like it
All right.
didn't even look
Yeah.
like he aged.
If we do make the Spider-Man movie, I want to be a villain that turns good. So Sandman. Well, like Sandman was already like good, but
Doc Ock was too.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
turned good.
Honestly,
Y-
Green Goblin was Green Goblin good?
No,
Geek.
he had a disease, but I think when he was cured, then he was good.
Yeah,
That's
no,
isn't that what
he
happened?
like
I
he
think.
would have been good if like he never got like that like injected by that thing that made him Green
Yeah, the
Goblin. You know.
serum. Yeah,
Yeah, I heard rumors it was like heroin or something.
yeah, it's some
Why
Yeah,
are we
some
always
type
talking
of
about
drug,
drugs,
bro.
bro? What the fuck?
my fault. Honestly,
Yeah.
no, Jason, I could see you as what's his name?
Huh.
Harry, the guy,
Harry, you know what?
Oh,
You're probably
Harry.
right. Yeah.
because it fits into what you said. Like he's a villain, but then he turns good
Yeah, I look
and all
if we
that.
do it, yeah, Lewis, we gotta do this someday, bro.
You'd be
Holy
my best
shit.
friend, literally. And you try to kill me,
Yeah.
and then
And then you
you
and then
try
you
to
die.
save me at the end. Oh yeah, did you die?
Yo, next time
Shout out to
Lewis
James
comes like
Franco. Shout out to James Franco.
Word,
yeah.
That's
shout outs to
Harry
him.
Osborn.
You know he's a child groomer.
Yeah, I know.
Is he?
I,
Oh wait,
Yeah.
that
yeah,
was
I heard
that's
that.
probably one of the reasons why
So
literally wasn't in the
no
movie.
shout out to James Franco. Fuck you. You
Yeah.
were good in Pineapple Express, but that's as far as I'll go.
I, I'm talking about Spider-Man, James Franco, not
Oh
now.
yeah, that's when he was
Yeah,
good.
that's what I meant to shout out. Yeah, not now. I understand.
Yeah.
Now he's like I don't even know how what to explain right now about him.
What's it
But
called? Yo,
yeah.
Lewis, next time
Mm.
you fly in New Jersey, we should definitely like if you get the channel back, we should definitely just like start recording. Like by I'm pretty sure by the time you come in here, we'll probably already have like a script, most likely, right? Maybe.
Yeah, probably. I mean, like I
You talking
said,
to me?
like
Yeah.
with the technology we have now, like with edits that that people even do like on TikTok or anything, like it's
Mhm.
possible. It can be make a badass like short film or even like a film.
Yeah, I mean it
Yeah.
could be like a simple like because like how long was the video you made back in the day?
Uh, it says right here I have it. The first one was almost 7 minutes, like 6 minutes and 57 seconds. Second one was about 10 minutes, and the third one was about 11 minutes.
Yeah,
Damn.
so I
Yeah,
mean
this is
shit,
short.
we
Yeah,
could low key make it like I don't know, half an hour, tops an hour, something like that.
Yeah, I'll be down
it
for that.
it all like depended too because I was trying to do like every scene from the beginning of the movies to the end, and somehow I did manage to do it without like screwing it up. But I don't know. I feel like if I was to return, it'd be like some type of way. I don't even
It'd
know.
be a lot easier too, because I mean you got all of us helping out.
True. I
You
would
know,
have had to.
you have like Jason, he could be Harry, I could do the script or whatever. And then we get like a bunch of people and it'll be dope.
It would. I would. I can already see like how it would turn out, like the way we edit it and how things would like just turn out overall.
Yeah, and
It's not
then
like
we
we're all
post
cringe
it
actors.
exactly. We just post it on like YouTube, make 10 million views, and then we can quit the Aimless podcast. We retire early.
Yep.
True. And yeah,
But
throughout the
yeah,
years, yeah, it's just it keeps
we live off of
progressing
that
too.
video.
It keeps
Jesus.
progressing too. Like it keeps getting like like a point one like mil every year. So
That's good.
Yeah, that sucks because your dad keeps the royalties though. He has all that shit to
oh
himself.
yeah, I could probably be rich, honestly. Like
Jesus
I don't even know how
Christ.
much profit I would have made, not just from that video, from other videos that turned out to be all right. But it's not as good as Spider-Man. Definitely the Spider-Man is the best one out of that channel I made.
Nah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
Damn, dude.
it was definitely a lot of hard work for a kid because I was the one that did the whole producing, filming, editing. I did that all myself with a
Get
laptop that I had to keep in charge all the time. I remember it was
man was the
crazy.
director, the producer,
Yeah, the
design,
actor.
actor. You were everything, dog.
Dude, I was. I really worked hard on these. Yeah, surprisingly, I really did work hard. It took me almost a week after even shooting it for 3 days to
That's
get it
fucking
all done.
impressive.
Yeah, and I was only
Literally,
10. I was
yeah,
only
dude, what the
10.
hell? A
Yeah.
week? It takes like big budget movies like years to do. Oh, I mean, that's comparing big budget movies, but whatever. You did it in a week and you had like a video that gave you over 1 million views. That's fucking insane.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. I really don't give myself props. I
Yeah,
never know
man.
how much I worked for the yeah, because I really did like want to try to, because I was inspired by other kids or yeah kids that did this, with their YouTube channels and that were higher than me. But yeah, I would consider doing a future one as well. Can't lie.
Yeah,
If
dude.
No,
Toby
I
can
mean
come
I feel
back,
like we're
I
all
can come
down.
back, dude.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Definitely, I can
Oh
come back
yeah.
if Toby's back.
Oh well, big
Speak
spoilers, but
speaking of that, yeah. It's
Oh
it's
time.
about
yeah,
time though.
It's
Dude,
about
come on,
time. Yeah, it's
it's about
time to
time.
switch to No Way
no
Home,
way
right?
home,
No
Yeah.
way home, boys. Yeah, I feel like let's
no
just
way home.
make this segment about the latest movie. Shout outs the actors that were in there. Andrew, Toby, Tom did a wonderful job.
Hell yeah.
One of the best movie, easily the best movie of 2021. Like
Yeah. No. No.
it
Easily. Easily.
demolished the box office, made billions. Like, and to be honest, right, every other Marvel movie before then, because like I was always like such a avid watcher of like Marvel movies, like since the beginning of Iron Man that started it all the way up to Endgame. I
Yeah.
don't think I ever missed a single Marvel movie. Maybe I think I actually haven't seen the Guardians of the Galaxy. That's like the only one I haven't watched. But I was always watching Marvel movies, right? Ever since the Endgame came out and it was over, like none of the fucking movies really hit it for me. You know what I mean? I just completely did like dipped on them. I didn't decide to watch them.
It's understandable though. I
Like
mean,
Eternal, Shang Chi. Like who the fuck are these people?
yeah,
Like
I don't
it,
know.
it's understandable. I understand what you mean. Yeah, because it's a new phase. We grew up watching from the very first Iron Man with Robert Downey Jr., aka probably the best Iron Man we'll ever have in our
hands down.
age, and we literally grew up from day one till the end game. So, and now for the new generation, for these newcomers, like kids specifically, they'll never know what we went through. So,
Never.
like, no, I mean, don't get me wrong. I bet. I mean, I haven't seen it yet, but I plan to see like everything that I've missed regarding Marvel and their new Phase 4. Uh, I'm pretty sure it was good movies. I mean, I'm planning on watching it later
I
on.
I haven't even seen the TV shows. Like
Yeah, that's what I mean.
WandaVision, Loki, what was the other one? Uh
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye, Captain Falcon. No, was it Captain Falcon?
Surprisingly,
I don't even know.
those have good reviews. The shows really have good reviews. They do. I heard good things about it. I really haven't heard bad things about it.
Nah, I feel you. Honestly, let me ask you guys something. Because I've been hearing this question around a few times, right?
Yeah.
What do you think was
Yeah.
more impactful as a movie? The Infinity slash Endgame duology, those two movies, or the Spider-Man No Way Home movie? Like, what do you think had a bigger impact on people?
That's a good one.
Uh,
I'm gonna
I'm
have
gonna
to
be honest.
say Endgame and Infinity War, to be honest.
Really? Okay. Why do you say that?
The box office. Endgame's literally number one in like most watched movie of all time, or like
Right.
you know what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What
Uh,
about you, Lewis? What do you
in
think?
my opinion, all right, look, I'm gonna be biased as hell when it comes to. Well, I know, like, because don't get me wrong, Endgame and Infinity War at the time were No Way Home now for us, and for me being a Spider-Man fan for as nearly as long as I lived, I'm obviously gonna go with No Way Home because it literally brought back my number one hero that I have not seen for decades, nor was I even born to witness the premieres for the first probably best movies of all time, starting with Toby. And I am still grateful that I at least saw one movie in theaters, which was Spider-Man 3 back in 2007. And I feel like honestly, like I can for me it's like if you're a huge Spider-Man fan like me, you obviously would consider this I consider it better than Endgame. Like what got the most, best reviews out of box and all that. And yeah, I'd have to go No Way Home. Everyone was more excited in my opinion to see the two heroes that they grew up with that were there longer before, Marvel started their movies.
Yeah, man. Honestly, I second that. Like, don't get me wrong. I also love the Infinity War slash Endgame movies. I think they're amazing. I mean, Infinity War did something like I've never had a movie ever done to me, where it just left me completely like shocked and just at a loss for words at the end of the movie. But dude, I'm sorry. It's like you said, Lewis. Like, if you've been watching Spider-Man, like I'm with you on that too. Like, I watched Spider-Man 3 in theaters. That was the only one I watched. We were
Nice.
probably we were probably both in the same theater. And
Imagine.
that'd be, dude, imagine. Holy shit. That'd be crazy.
I
But
wore I wore the black Spider-Man suit that day with some
oh,
jeans.
I was dressed as Sandman. It's
Yeah,
like,
really?
nah,
Oh, I
the fuck
no, I
no.
was actually. I was. I was
Hell,
so excited for that movie. I wore the Spider-Man shit, bro.
You did as you actually dressed up as
No, yeah, I
Santa.
did. Yeah, I had a black costume from how it was supposed to look like even before we saw the movie, and
Right.
I just put on some jeans because my stepmom said it was cold, and we got like a big popcorn, and I think I still have the Spider-Man 3 movie cup, and that's very
Oh
valuable.
wow,
Yeah,
dude, that shit's
yeah.
valuable.
It's back and dad has it. So, but
Oh,
no,
dude,
I
what
did
the?
wear that. Yeah, I was one of those nerds even as a kid. Like not nerds because I am a nerd now, but like
Yeah,
I
but I mean,
was
you
one
were
of
a
those
kid, man.
people. I was
You
a
were a
kid.
kid.
I was really
Yeah,
excited for that movie.
Yeah.
yeah, as we all were, as we all were. But nah, what I mean is just, dude, it's just something magical to see, you know, some of your childhood favorite superhero actors come up on the big screen. Because like Toby, right? I know he's made movies after Spider-Man, like he was in Great Gatsby and all that. But like, you know what I mean? Like when I see Toby, the first thing that comes up is just Spidey. You know what I mean? That's the first thing that comes to mind. And seeing him in the fucking in the costume again, and also Andrew too, man, and having all three of them together, it was just something magical, bro. It was unbeatable in my opinion.
Yeah, I can easily agree with you. I'm just saying because because I literally my first year of living, I watched the first Spider-Man had like I told you the disc version for the very first Spider-Man, which I still had. And I'd say to this day, and I think I always knew like my favorite hero from Marvel would always be Spider-Man. So imagine just like from a kid where you wanted to experience that premiere from watching the first and second one because I heard those premieres were better than the third one, of course, because I those two got better reviews. And we grew up watching Andrew, and at the time, well, for me, it was like I didn't consider him a good Spider-Man slash good Peter Parker because of the movies being bad, but I still liked it because he's Spider-Man. So,
Of
and
course,
then with Tom Holland coming in, easily I can say I like better than Andrew, sadly. But his movies were hitting too. I can't lie. I'd say every movie's good. Like I said, we have our ratings of how the list would be for every one of us who watched the entire Spider-Man saga.
right.
And just imagine, like your hero from literally the year that you were born in is coming back decades later in the suit that you absolutely loved. And that's just from my eyes. I mean, don't get me wrong. I still love Marvel. I love every Avengers movie, every singles movie. The only movies I never watched were literally just the Thor movies
You weren't missing
and
out.
Captain Marvel. Yeah, exactly. I really because they weren't really my favorite heroes. My true favorite hero is Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So of course I'm gonna say that No Way Home had a better opening, like for people that were so excited to see, because I definitely was excited. As soon as that trailer came out and I heard "Hello, Peter," those two words just made me just want to do whatever it took to go see it as soon as I can.
Oh,
From
Yeah, I
dude, for
agree.
the
sure.
actor himself.
When I saw that
Yeah,
trailer
man.
for the first time, when I saw Doc Ock and like Green Goblin's like fucking bomb, I literally like was like I never been more hyped for a trailer ever.
Yeah, I
Never.
remember I was with
Ever.
you. Like you literally pissed yourself. Like I was
Exactly.
there with you, dog. Shit's wild. No, don't get me wrong, dude. Everyone was just losing their fucking minds over this movie, and rightfully so. You know what I mean? It's a great movie. And I'm glad we even all saw it together, dude. Lewis, you even fucking flew all the way out here just to
I
see
I I,
it
leg-
with us, dude.
I did not care how much it cost for that plane ride. I was not missing probably the best experience I would ever have for one movie. My mom thought it was crazy. She I would have paid
She wouldn't
even.
understand. She wouldn't
Yeah,
understand.
I almost like didn't get to go because my mom was telling me that I was being selfish and it's a movie. But she doesn't understand that it wasn't just a movie. It was the movie.
The movie, yeah.
The movie that would probably change reality for me now. Because
Yeah.
that movie, I gave it a 9.7. That's really good.
All
I
Yeah.
right,
almost
all
gave it
right.
a 10.
Also,
It's
Say
what's
just
it called?
less.
Um about like I know like I said Endgame and Infinity War like had more hype, but in my opinion obviously like Spider-Man I would choose over those movies any day. Like the new one, No Way Home.
yeah, I do say No Way Home had more hype than Avengers, like Infinity War slash Endgame. Because don't get me wrong, at the time that was our No Way Home. That what we were. I remember I reacted to it. I was like, "Oh wow, this is gonna be crazy." But when I saw No Way Home, I reacted like I was literally 6.
Dude, yeah, nah, that shit
I
was
feel like all
amazing.
of us were, man. It was
Yeah,
wild. It
I
was just an
watched
experience.
reactions of people reacting to the trailer compared to when they reacted to Endgame slash Infinity War. Yeah, dude. If you saw reactions between those two, No Way Home had the like most insane slash gasping reactions you'd ever see from even grown people like adults like us. So it's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude, it's just the fact that you're seeing some of your childhood actors don the costume that you grew up with after so many years not seeing them, man. It's an experience. It's just fucking it's you just gotta be there, you know? You gotta be there.
Yeah, it was something that I was very excited and glad to experience with you guys. I'm really honored I saw it with the best people I could watch it. I couldn't have asked for anything better that night. When we saw it, I'm just glad I saw it with you guys. I was there in person.
I love you, bro.
'Cause
I love you.
I honestly would have been so sad if I didn't get to go see it with you guys. That really would have broken my heart to this day if I never got to. But
Shit,
I
bro.
literally
If
had to
you
do
weren't
whatever
able
I can.
to if you weren't able to fly out here, we all would have flown out to Florida just to make it
Oh,
up to you. Because we already
oh
know, dude,
man,
you're the biggest Spider-Man fan we know.
yeah. I really didn't want to miss it with you guys, so it was insane.
That
The
was
yeah,
definitely
our
like I could not sleep the night before, cause just for a movie. Keep that in mind. Just for a movie, I couldn't like hardly sleep because of like how hyped I was and shit. Seeing what you guys and like just seeing the movie in general. That shit was
Oh yeah.
amazing.
Dude, remember Lewis the ride when we were who's drive? Was it Joey or was it
it was
when we
Alex.
We
it
took
was
two
Alex?
cars.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
we
remember it
drove with
was it was
Alex and
Lewis, me, Alex, and I
I
think it
think
was just the three of
Ismail.
us. Was Ismail in the car?
Was it? I
Yeah,
don't.
I was with Diego and Joey
Yeah,
in
yeah,
our
he
car.
was, yeah.
Oh, okay. And I remember the whole ride we were just bumping Toby's theme from the regular
Yeah, we were
Spider-Man, man.
screaming out, "I'm here for Toby!"
Oh yeah, guess what we were listening to in my car, bro. Joey
3 Days
listening.
Grace.
No, Joey was listening like blasting 6ix9ine as a joke.
Oh, dude, you guys did
Oh
not pass the vibe check.
nah,
You
I
guys did
should have
not
went to
pass.
your car, bro. You guys are blasting
dude,
Tony
we
McGuire,
were
dude.
vibing the best
I don't know why we
themes,
didn't think of that. Like, what the fuck?
That's like the whole
dude.
point, dude. That was the
Yeah.
whole ride. We were just bumping. We even bumped Andrew's theme. One of the no, not
Yeah,
Andrew's
we
theme. It was
bumped.
Electro's theme.
Yeah, we
The
bumped the
Amazing
Amazing
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man themes, dude. That's how
We
ready
were
we
ready, man.
were,
We were fucking ready for
dude.
You
this.
imagine like all that
I had
hype.
on this shirt, bro. Like, I
You were busted down, man.
had
You had
my
a fucking
chain. I had my
chain.
Spider-Man chain on. Like, I was ready, dude. I
Shit
was like,
was
let's get that
live.
shit right now. Let's get it popping.
Fucking hell, man.
Oh my
But
god.
nah, I mean, so that's our experience with No Way Home. But I feel like, do you guys want to go into like a little in depth about what we thought about the movie? What I know, Lewis, you already gave your grading. Um, but I feel like, what if we just all three of us kind of give a grading, and then think,
Hmm.
what did we think overall of the movie? Like, what
No,
was
I understand.
some of the
Hmm.
best
Yeah,
parts,
yeah.
some of the worst parts? Because I'm not gonna lie, spoilers. Oh, dude, I feel like it's so polarizing. But as much as I love No Way Home, there were some things in it just didn't vibe with me. That just
I
I
get you.
don't know. I don't know. I'll explain into it, but you
Me
know what I
too.
mean? We'll
Yeah.
just
Yeah, I
talk
understand.
about it.
Trust
So
me. Yeah.
Jason, you want to start us off?
Yeah. I would give the movie personally like probably like a 9.3 or something like that out of 10.
Okay.
That shit was like honestly the flaws that were there that you're gonna discuss in a bit. It didn't bother me really too much at all. Where like it didn't really like ruin anything for me at all. To be honest, like it was still like one just awesome trip of a movie. Like and also like I I didn't expect like Toby and Andrew to be like kind of like in the middle. I thought they were just gonna be like at the end of the movie and be like, "Hi guys, we're here." Oh, bye. They actually came in kind of like more early than expected, and I was like really like dope. So
That'd be the biggest cock tease if they literally were in the movie for like half a second and then
yeah,
just left.
no,
Oh
I'm
my
glad they were
god.
in the movie for like it was a good. But they were in a movie like for a long time. I'm glad they were.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
But yeah, Charlie, what do you think?
You want me to go?
Yeah, you
Actually,
go. I
I
have a
feel
lot to say.
All right.
That's
Yeah, yeah.
why.
No,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. We'll save Lewis's for last.
yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna be the negative Nancy and give the movie Don't get me wrong, I love this movie, man. I'm not trying to be some kind of like fucking bitch that was like, this movie. I'm not trying to be the Chris Stuckman of movie reviews out here, but I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it an 8. I'll give it an 8,
That's not
maybe a
bad.
7.5. It depends on how I see it. I'd say around there. You know what I mean? It's still a good ass movie in my
Mm.
opinion. I still love,
Yeah.
like I said, man. It was a journey. Going through it, um, watching. Like I said, the best part of this movie, without question, is when Andrew and Toby come back on screen. Dude, the whole fucking theater was just exploding in like joy. Everyone was just out of their seats, just like, oh my god, they were just going crazy. And I love that shit, man. I fucking live for stuff like that. When you go to the theater and everyone just passes the vibe check, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Um, but that being said, although that is the best part of the movie, I can't really give a lot of other parts of my favorite. For example, right? Like you said, they come in during the middle of the movie, which is actually surprising because I genuinely thought they were going to pull up at like the last 10, 15 minutes of the movie and fight the villains,
Yeah.
which if they did, whatever, like who cares? But like it would have just been like, wow, like, and the movie was like what, 2.5 hours long, right?
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah. And if they pulled up at the last 15 minutes, I would have been like, Jesus. So that the fact that they pulled up middle of the movie was amazing. I think that's great. I'm glad they used them for a lot of scenes. But the thing that pushes me down is like there wasn't so many moments where all three of them worked together. I feel like they only had that one moment where they're like on the Statue of Liberty's head and they start like running down the little balcony and they start like swinging in the air. Don't get me wrong, that moment was solid, bro. Like easily some the best scene in the movie too,
Yeah.
but that was it. Like there was no like cooperation. Like, and then when they did, I remember they even had trouble beating Jamie Foxx's Electro, bro. He had like all three of them on the ropes. I was like, what the fuck? Like Jamie Foxx is like that OP, like he could take all three of them on.
Yo,
and
word, bro. Oh
and they
my
needed
god.
Doc Ock to play like devil's advocate and just come out of nowhere and backstab Jamie Foxx in order for them to win. I just thought that was kind of stupid. It was kind of like, come on, man. There's fucking three Spider-Mans here. I'm sure one of y'all can kick his ass. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Nah.
That moment kind of caught me off guard. Um, and then the other thing was, I'm gonna say one more thing that wasn't too much of like something I liked, and I'm gonna name something that I absolutely loved from No Way Home that they did. Besides, obviously bringing back Toby and Andrew. So the thing I did not like was uh, how Tom Holland just fumbled the bag in the movie during the beginning, right? Because the whole story happens because of how he goes to Doctor Strange and he kind of tells them, "Hey, look, can you just make everyone forget about me, right? Just make everyone forget, right?" That's like
Mhm.
what starts the whole movie. Without that, the movie wouldn't be a thing, right? But like, it could have been so easily avoided if he just told them, "Look, Doctor Strange, can you just make the events of the last 2 weeks never exist, right?" Because if I'm not wrong, I think it was like 2 weeks after his identity got spoiled to the world, and then he was living like that life of like just complete agony where everyone knew and everyone was like, "Oh, you're a murderer," blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And I feel like it could have easily been avoided if you just like thought about it and thought like, "Hey, look, can you just have people forget about the 2 weeks that happened just now, and then forget about the whole Mysterio video, you know, revealing my identity, and we'll be good to go." I understand it's a movie, and I'm probably just saying bullshit right now, but it's just kind of like, bro, like how do you fumble the bag so bad like that? Like it caused a fucking it literally started the goddamn multiverse because of that. Just that one fumble. It's
Yeah.
it's fucking stupid.
Oh, I
But
want on May back too. Oh, can can Ned know? Like,
yeah,
oh my
he was
god.
just like, oh my, like, can I get Ned? Oh, but Aunt May's got to know. Oh, Happy has to know. Fucking, it's just like, damn kid, like, shut up, bro. Why do you gotta fuck everything up? Swear
Word.
to God, man, Tom always fucks something up, bro. Oh my God, it's hilarious. I loved it though. But yeah, those are the two main like gripes I guess I have with with the film. Still love it. I'm not trying to like say I hate this movie and you shouldn't watch it. You should watch it. It's amazing, especially if you grew up with um the two previous Spider-Mans, Andrew and Toby. But the thing I will say, the one thing I absolutely loved from this movie is how they ended it, right? In a sense of how Peter because we when you see the end of the movie, right? Peter gets his own apartment because rest in peace, Aunt May. He doesn't have her anymore to live off of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, and so he has his. He's pretty much because ever since the beginning of Tom Holland's journey as Spider-Man, he's always had help, right? He's always had the Avengers on speed dial. He's had Tony Stark on his side. He's had um just so many people by his side helping him, right?
Mhm.
But when you watch the other movies from like no, not Tom Holland, my bad, Andrew and Toby, they were always just living in either Aunt May's house, kind of like no connections to other superheroes. They were kind of just making their lives out as Spider-Man and only Spider-Man. So I loved how they ended where Tom Holland is finally feels like a genuine Spider-Man now. Like he's living out in like a really shitty apartment like Toby did.
Mhm.
And he made his own suit finally. He doesn't have like a fucking nanotech suit that was just given to him for Christmas. And then yeah, and then that ending scene where he's in the fucking snow and everything, it was beautiful. I loved how they ended it, man.
Yeah, it was a
It was
very good ending.
fantastic. I
Very good ending.
loved how they ended it because now he doesn't have because like obviously it ends with no one remembering him. So that means he just can be Spider-Man. He could literally just go about his days being Spider-Man and not have to worry about fucking aliens and the Avengers and blah blah blah. It's fantastic. I loved it.
Yeah.
Those are my takes though. Like I said, I still love the movie. I'd give it an 8. Still great. Little flaws here and there, but overall,
Every
No, it's
movie
very
has
very long.
understandable.
flaws. Every movie
It's
has
yeah, it's
flaws.
understandable. Honestly, I can tell what you're like, what you were trying to explain and all.
Yeah, like I'm not trying to be an asshole and be like this movie sucks, don't watch it.
No, no,
It's
no. I know
amazing,
you
dude.
still
It's
like the
amazing.
movie, of course. There's those
Hands
little
down.
things in the movie where I agree, and like most of what you said is exactly what I would have said. Uh, it's literally like, yeah. You know, it's funny. I don't know if you guys heard of this theory that I've always heard about. But do you guys know why? Like, well, no, this is just a theory. It's not confirmed. But you guys know like why he made the suit at like the end, like a new suit when he didn't have to really?
Why did he
Hmm.
make that new suit? Isn't
Yeah,
it
like,
because the Stark suit just got completely destroyed?
oh well, yeah, that. And it's because I'm pretty sure. Well, there's a theory that the reason why he made a new suit that people were saying was because the nanotech or the suit couldn't recognize who he was. Because he made
Oh
everyone
my
forget about
god.
him,
Oh
so the suit didn't
yeah.
recognize who was getting into the
Yeah, yeah,
suit.
yeah.
So
Yeah, that's
that's
fucking
just that's just
smart.
a theory though. That's not like confirmed,
Makes
but
a lot of sense though. I'm
in
not gonna
sense
lie.
like yeah, because I mean as Charlie said, like the suits, like all the suits he did wear got destroyed, but maybe he could have had backup ones. Who knows? But he literally probably that's a theory. People were saying that he couldn't wear it because the Stark tech didn't recognize who he was because Tony made it for him, and even since Tony's dead, he forgot about him, and which is kind of sad if you say it like that, like when dead, you still forget who the main person was that you gave an important value suit, and now he can't even wear it because it doesn't recognize him because Tony forgot about him, even
Nah,
though
dude,
he's
Yeah.
dead.
that's a solid theory. That could literally be the reason why. I didn't even think of that. That's
No,
100%
I didn't think
possible.
about it either. When I
100%
heard that, I was
possible.
like, oh, that's really sad.
Yeah.
And not just to even like know that he's spending the holidays by himself.
Yeah, it was kind of
Nobody.
sad. It ended a little sad, but it opens the doors for like a new Spider-Man
Yeah,
if
yeah, I
I'm being
totally
honest.
agree with you. I absolutely love because this is like the beginning of him Spider-Man. Because as you said, he was known because mostly from the beginning because of Tony Stark. He made him the suit. He made him like give out his like identity to other heroes. He was mainly known as Tony Stark's junior. Not really himself. When in the comics and all, Spider-Man gets known because he's himself, really, not from just some nanotech or some technology that Stark Enterprises made for him. Like Tony Stark himself and all, and being his mentor, father figure. Yeah, he literally can now start his own, just like Tobey Maguire did. He started out with a shitty life. Not everything's perfect. Not everything's handed to you. You got to do it on your own now. That's how
Yep.
Toby did it.
Yeah, and unlike Toby, Toby had Aunt May. This guy Tom's got literally nothing.
Yeah,
No word.
I
Yeah.
I used to say that Andrew had it the worst because he lost Uncle Ben and Gwen, because we all saw before this movie. I'm pretty sure everyone can agree. We all felt more bad for Andrew because he lost like more than what Toby slash Tom did at the time.
Yeah.
For
But
sure.
what now what happened? I definitely feel the worst for Tom, bro.
Yeah, dude. Literally, no one remembers him.
Nobody like
He's alone.
yeah.
He has no
He's
friends,
alone.
no
He
like
has no
family.
aunt.
No, he's by himself. That's
Yeah,
it.
no
Yeah.
friends, no hoes, no nothing, man. Like he's
No,
just.
bro.
He could probably still
He's
get hosed though, right?
I mean,
he's
maybe, but he. They only. Maybe if he's Spider-Man, but like as Peter Parker, like it's a
yeah,
no-ho zone.
it's really
Yeah.
sad to think about it. Like nobody like, he doesn't feel loved, no support. Like I can't imagine how that life could be like, dude. That's
It
actually
must
like
suck, man. It must suck.
it really
It
must
really do.
suck. And he's still like staying positive about it, still doing his thing as Spider-Man, which is probably like the most props I can give to a hero going through the
Hundred
dark side.
percent. 100%. He
Yeah.
still kept
Yeah,
to his roots, you know? Like he didn't just think,
yeah,
after the events of No Way Home, like I'm gonna become a fucking villain or something. Nah,
yeah. He didn't turn
he
into
pulled through.
Anakin. No,
Oh yeah, word. Shout out to Anakin.
not Anakin.
Yeah, he ain't a bitch. He ain't a bitch.
Yeah. Speaking of speaking of endings, there was all right, guys. So what I want to say before I give my review is I have all this written down, and this is confirmed what I have written down. It's about the scenes that they took out, deleted scenes slash the other ending,
I
which
think I heard about these.
For No
you
Way
did.
Home?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
So
I didn't know
here,
there
like
was
this is
like.
what I have jot down.
Yeah.
So for the first thing I have written down is for the Matt Murdock scenes. As you guys know, Daredevil. There was supposed to be more scenes of him in the movie, where he comes to Peter's interrogation to demand Peter's release. That's just a short scene that should have been in the movie. And in Peter's hearing for Matt to prove Peter's innocence, that the Stark tech was Prendon by damage control or something like that. So like I guess there was supposed to be like a whoa, like what's happening scene with the Stark technology or and yeah, and then there was supposed to be an extended version of Matt and Peter talking, and that he alerts him that the hardships of a vigilante life, but agrees with him about saving the innocents no matter what their worth is.
Yeah.
So it's just like simple things. Like here's this one about a televised debate between J. Jonah Jameson and the Spider-Man supporter, where he raises valid points, and then JJ uses comical strawman arguments. It's because he's J. Jonah Jameson.
Word, word.
J.K. Simmons,
Shout
what
out
an
J.K.
actor.
Simmons.
Yeah, shout out to him. There was also supposed to be a little what you may call it theory that Betty Brant was supposed to be that she abandoned the high school, and then she went to go like she dropped out because she went to go work for the Daily Bugle, because Betty Brant like in the comics does work for the Daily Bugle. So yeah,
Is she that
so and
blonde chick that was
hmm
like reporting? Oh, okay.
yeah, she was the reporter in the
Oh.
high school for Tom's version, when in reality she's like a worker for the Daily Bugles. She
Oh
was the
shit.
Betty Brant from Tobey Maguire.
Right.
uh, yeah, so yeah, there was supposed to be a scene where this high schooler he got very upset because she had just completely abandoned the whole like newscast and just went to go work for them for some reason. I mean, that would have made sense and not make any sense of that. Yeah. Yeah, just supposed to be more scenes of Flash Thompson passing himself off as Peter's best friend so he can promote his dumbass autobiography.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure for this scene there was supposed to be a scene where there was a robber that was played by Tom Holland's brother, Harry Holland, and they just completely took that out.
I
And
remember that one too.
that scene where he got thrown pain at, that was a scene where it was supposed to he caught the robber, his brother. So and that's why that person threw the pain at him, the green pain in the beginning. Um, but yeah, they took that out. And then there was supposed to be a scene where Morgan Stark, aka Tony's daughter, the little one, she was supposed to give her voice support for because she supported him for well no, not him but the technology for her from her father that was given to him, the Stark technology.
Yeah.
And that was she was supposed to speak her side of like, oh yeah, we were funding for Spider-Man, financing him for his activities, like, and then that's when investigations started happening between her, and then we never got to see her part. And let me see what else I have here. Oh, and then there's supposed to be like another like an alternate scene version of Wong telling Strange to not cast a spell. Like it was supposed to be like a very serious matter because they made it seem like it was like, oh, just don't do it. But then like Wong goes into details of him being mega serious about like don't cast a spell.
They should have done that.
And
They should have done
yeah,
that.
it would have been on a different platform, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it would have been at the Sanctum meeting where I'm pretty sure that was like in Doctor Strange, his movie. So,
Yeah.
and let me see. Oh, and there was supposed to be another alternative scene where all the Peters met, where all the Spider-Mans met. We could have got another alternative version of them meeting, how they met each other, besides getting portaled in.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That would have been dope.
Oh, this is a dope one. This is a scene where Toby and Andrew were alerting Tom about the Green Goblin because they said that those that he was they were his greatest enemies, like Andrew and Toby, because they both the goblins went for the ones they loved, and one killed Gwen, and the other one tried to kill Aunt May and MJ. You remember? So
Yeah.
they were just warning him that the Green Goblin is a serious like villain. Like he's probably the worst villain they ever had because he always targeted their loved ones. So that's what he
Damn.
was trying to get out of them.
Shout outs Willem
Okay,
Dafoe, man. Jesus Christ, that was
yeah,
fucking
not the
amazing.
other one. No, he sucked.
Yeah, dude, he sucked ass, bro.
He killed
Jesus Christ,
Gwen, but he sucked.
he sucked, man. If Willem Dafoe took his place, it'd be way better, man. Willem the goat.
Factual.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the alternative ending. So this is it. So you know how the ending we got? It was like basically what Charlie said. Like, okay, made everyone forget about him. Life goes on. He doesn't tell MJ or Ned that he's Spider-Man. He just keeps it to himself. While in this one, and personally, I don't like this one. I'm glad that they stuck with how they gave it to us because that made more sense and it was better. Even though this kind of sounds familiar, so I wrote down that in an alternative ending, Strange does send like everyone. He casts a new spell and he sends everyone back to their universes like without a problem, like just like by a snap of a finger.
Yeah.
And and then Peter's identity remains the same. It remains in public, and then eventually life goes on, and he graduates from high school. But then he breaks up with MJ and distance himself from Ned and protect them from his enemies. Which I was like, what did I just write down?
That's a
What the
shit
hell?
ending.
Yeah, that is pretty
Literally,
shitty.
the difference would have just been Strange would have just not casted forget about Peter's spell. He would have easily just put everyone back in their place. They basically just move on, and he graduates, and now he's just gonna leave, knowing that MJ's his girlfriend and that's his best friend. Even though he's gonna distance himself from them, the enemies are still gonna go for them because they know that Peter's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like I was like, how does that make any sense?
If they kept that ending, did Strange still send everyone back, like including Toby and
Yeah, like
Andrew?
remember how the portal opened and all those enemies were gonna come in?
Yeah.
He didn't have to cast the spell to close it. He literally managed to close it in this ending. Just let everything be. Everyone still like had contact, like had memories of Peter. Nobody lost memories of him,
Yeah.
and it just would have went on like that. And I don't know how they would have continued off like that.
Yeah, that would have been.
And
That's definitely.
and then he would have just
Yeah.
broken up with MJ and distanced himself from Ned. And then after that, he's gonna still be Spider-Man, and people are still gonna hate him because people are gonna just be Mysterio fans. And the enemies in the future, they're still gonna go for it, like the ones he loves because they know who he loves. So it, I
Yep.
mean, it got all May killed. I mean, shit. So
Yeah.
that would have been terrible. I'm so glad that we just got the ending that they gave us. I do not like this ending at all. Even though they
Me
kind of
neither, bro.
already
What
did
the
that
hell?
because basically he did not tell them that he still distanced himself, because he didn't tell him that he was Spider-Man or nor Peter Parker and like try to tell him the other reality of them knowing each other. he still kind of did that. But this made more logical sense because they forgot about him and he just wants to protect them because he loves them. So it's a win-win, honestly. If we got that ending, I would have definitely changed my rating of the movie.
I definitely would too, bro. That sounds terrible.
I know. Yeah, but overall, that's what we should have gone. Everything I mentioned. That's what the scenes that were taken out. All those little things. I really wish we got to see more Daredevil scenes. I mean, I'm
That would
so
have
glad
been
I got to
dope.
see Matt Murdock. I personally do like Daredevil. I've liked that hero for a while. I just recently started liking him like 2 years ago, but I never was, into him like I am with Spider-Man. So I really wish we got to see more scenes of him. There are pictures of him where he's in the suit and he's talking with Peter and he's trying to explain to him, the same thing I said about the vigilante life and how he has to, go through sacrifices. And but besides that, the reason why I give my rating a 9.7 is honestly the same reasons as Charlie's, like those little things about the movie, how the common sense of it, and honestly, here's a little thing that kind of like eagers me. I know technology is as good as it was now than back then, right?
Yeah.
But dude, could they have made the CGI of Toby's? I personally, when we watched it, guys, I don't know because it was in 3D or because I've been seeing pictures of it now, but they used too much CGI.
I rewatched
Like,
it with my parents. It wasn't as bad when we watched it in 3D.
really, it wasn't. But still,
No.
like, I don't know. I mean, I'm just
Wait, like
picky
the
like that.
CGI was shit?
Yeah, the CGI on some things, when it came to the suits, well, not Andrew's really, it was mostly Toby's. I noticed like, the lenses were different, and for me being a picky like, perfect person, I really wish like they
They
would have
should have
just
got the suit
tried.
like perfect, bro.
Yeah, like
That's
if
something you don't fuck up, man. Like, come on.
I personally would rather have the CGI from back in 2002 and 4 of the costume than now, because
Yeah.
I know they use CGI for Tom a lot, and Andrew, yeah, even that one scene when Andrew came in through the portal, there was memes about his like bulky ass freaking CGI person, and then it went back to how he's supposed to be. I heard they fixed it though. During this time, I heard they fixed it. It's supposed to be better, the CGI and DVD. So I really, once I get it, I get to see it. I really hope they did, because I was very disappointed in that. But still, I still enjoyed it because it's freaking Spider-Man. So
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not gonna get too
Yeah.
much into it.
I mean, shit.
Um,
Now that you mention it, actually, I know someone that was terribly done in CGI. Fucking Sandman, bro. He
oh
Yeah.
looked disgusting, bro. He looked like he was made out of mud
yeah,
piles.
you do know that they reused the scene from Spider-Man
Yeah,
3 and the Amazing Spider-Man
yeah.
for Dr. Connors as well because
I
the
forgot to
actors,
mention that too.
yeah, because the actors couldn't make it, they said. So they tried their best, which I honestly, I don't, I'm not
I
gonna put,
respect it.
I'm
There's
not
nothing
gonna
you
put
could do
anything
about
towards them.
that.
They try to do what they can, give the fans what they want. I would have taken that than not them being there, honestly. So
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, that's
I under,
true.
because I was wondering throughout the movie, I was like, are we just gonna see this guy's sand? Like, cause he is a person, then. I
Yeah, I mean,
mean,
I'm like you said, I'm just glad like we got to see them, like Sandman and Lizard, because without them, I feel like the movie wouldn't be the same. Just because the number of villains we had. Like even if Sandman looked like a pile of soft dog shit, like it's fine.
no,
Like
yeah. I
I'll take
mean,
it
they
any
did
day.
their best. I give them props. They did do their best because the actors couldn't, pandemic work, whatever. But but yeah. Besides CGI, because a lot of CGI was done from like I don't even know, dude. I'm just thinking like,
It
dude,
was rushed, no question.
it was some CGI scenes were rough. I can't lie. I wasn't very intrigued. I did like it when they actually like did shoot like them as a person with the suit on because that wasn't CGI. So I was very excited when I saw Toby and Andrew with their suits on from how it was supposed to be in CGI. But besides that, like you said, the storyline of Peter just fucking up the whole cast. Doctor Strange not being as powerful as he should be because
Oh yeah, they
he's a
nerfed him, bro.
very powerful person, and that's another thing, dude. They nerfed a lot of the villains slash there could have been a lot more damage. Of a lot more damage, I'd say, when it came to fighting scenes between, Toby and the enemies. Like you said, like Electro, don't get me wrong, Electro is a good villain. he's not the type of villain to keep up with three uh of the
No
best
way.
Spider-Mans that had more experience and that have already went against him the first time. So you know
Yeah, I
his
mean,
Yeah.
weakness.
like Lewis, if you were there, you would have bodied
Dude,
Electro one on
if
one,
I'm
like easy.
Toby and I had all these experience all these years and I'm going against old men that I fought against 20 years ago, I'm kicking their ass, dude. I don't care. I'm using my full spider strength. I'm using spider senses. I do like the details they brought in though, like the little themes that you can a little bit hear from them from
Oh yeah.
Danny Elfman's amazing themes from Spider-Man and then the Amazing Spider-Man 2 theme and then it was yeah when they did that scene where Electro comes in and the Electro theme came up like for like about what 2 seconds. That
Yeah.
got everyone like, oh my
That was it.
god,
That was awesome.
that was really great. And like what I did like is they try to continue how the hell this was even possible, like how they all came back. How I did because I was wondering like how the hell did they bring him back besides the multiverse, of course, and Strange, not being strong enough. Well, they did nerf Strange because in the comic Strange, if you guys know, he's a strong character. He's like near Wanda's type
Yeah,
power level,
super fucking.
and the fact that he got his ass kicked by, I'm not roasting, by Tom Holland Spider Man.
No, you can
What the fuck,
roast
dude?
away, man.
It's
That
because
show's
the I can easily say that the person that got away the most and just made it too dramatic in fighting with the main villains was definitely Tom. This fool went against an old man in a vulture suit and couldn't keep up with him. He went against a dude that used technology that wasn't even a real villain. He was literally just a person behind a computer or the Ida stuff, the glasses. You know what I'm saying? Like he went against easy villains, and they made the villains look so beatable. If I'm in Tom's position, I'm kicking their ass, bro. They really do nerf the hell out of Spider-Man when it comes to fighting enemies because I don't know if you guys know, but in the comics, Spider-Man, he's very strong. Like they make him look strong in the beginning when he gets his powers, but then they completely nerf them when it comes to the very ending fighting battle. And if you guys can notice that with Toby Spider-Man, when he gets it, he's muscular. He's strong as hell. And
Dude,
and then when
Toby
he's
like
fighting an old man against William Dafoe, but even though William Dafoe did have like the same kind of strength as him because of the steroids he put himself or something like that,
yeah, the heroin.
Toby could have kept up. They made him look like a weakling, but that was the best part of the movie. So, but
dude,
what I'm trying to
Toby
say is that I'm sorry. Yeah, go
no
go.
I was gonna say Toby Maguire literally stopped a train with his strength.
To be honest,
Exactly.
he
I
did.
was literally just about to say that. Exactly, bro. They
Yeah.
do be nerfing Spider-Man, dude. Because in the comics, they say that he do be holding back like his potential strength. Because I think he can kill somebody if he actually uses his full
Easily.
strength against even just. It doesn't even have to be a villain. I think even by a flick, he can damage somebody's like I don't even know head or something. But
Yeah.
no, yeah. What I'm trying to say is they did nerf Spider-Man in No Way Home, but hey, they try to make everybody look good. So I mean, we had freaking Jamie Foxx and Tim's, so I mean,
Oh, that
he
was
was
the
gonna do
best part of the
damage.
movie. That
Yeah,
was the
he
best.
was gonna do some damage with them Tim's, bro.
Dead ass.
um,
Just needed the Yankee cap.
yeah. But yeah, like I said, the storyline could have been better. I mean, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know how they would have brought, without that happening, because obviously the way they had to bring everyone back was obviously through the multiverse, and
They really had no
nobody
choice.
can do that. Yeah, nobody can do that besides Strange. I'm pretty sure as of right now, because he has the power of literally. I'm not even kidding. Probably like I don't even know how to explain it.
He's just
Jesus or
like a
something like
yeah. He's
like
literally Jesus in Manhattan.
yeah, like literally like he can do anything he wants, and they just nerfed him. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying they completely nerfed the Spider-Mans, but they definitely could have done a lot more damage. Because I did notice like they were getting their ass beat in the beginning because of their
Yo,
teamwork,
word.
and then towards the end they started, cooperating, and then they had to, you know, beat them by curing them basically, like putting Sandman down and then
Yeah, they
getting
had to give him
Electro's
the
powers
COVID
away.
vaccine in order to protect
Yeah,
them.
exactly. So. And but don't get me wrong, at the moment I was like, "Let's go!" and all that,
Oh
and
yeah,
like,
you're just on full adrenaline,
you
dude.
don't even think about like you just looking at a masterpiece, and then once you start thinking about it, you're like,
Yeah,
"Wait a
of
minute."
course. In the moment, you're like, this is the best thing since Jesus came on earth, man. Like
That
that
definitely
was the
was.
point. But then when you
Yeah.
start looking into it, it's just like, okay, there was some flops here and there.
No,
Still
no,
a good
yeah.
movie. Don't get me wrong. Still a
It's
great
a good
movie.
movie, guys. 100% recommend it if you're a true Spider-Man fan, like Charlie and I. And like I
Not
said,
Jason.
most of the no, Jason's a fan, but we're like I can say I'm a true fan. I've been a fan since I was one, probably
Hell
even
yeah, dude.
before
You have
that.
a million views on a Spider-Man video already.
Yeah, so yeah, no, I'm just saying like overall, if you're a Spider-Man fan, it's probably the best movie for you, especially if you grew up watching the old Spider-Mans from back in the beginning of 2002 to 20 years later now, you'll definitely find the movie very great.
You'll love it, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you'll
If you
love it.
watch it, you'll love it. No
Enthusiastic. Yeah, I
question.
was trying to say that. But no,
Anyways,
yeah, I mean, there's not really much I can say besides, the nerfing, the CGI, the storyline, just the little thing. Oh, the thing with Ned getting powers. What the hell? Like,
Oh
I
my
I
mean,
was
it's
god, I
not
very.
forgot
really.
about that.
It wasn't really powers. He was just like
Well,
moving
yeah, I know.
his
It's
hand
just
from
like
like a finger. It was
he
weird
just
though. I'm
did.
not gonna
He
lie.
did things Doctor Strange should have done. And I'm like, I mean,
Yeah, first
yeah,
try too, man. Like
first try. It took
I hate when
Strange
do that shit in
years.
movies, man. Like they always just like Ned has never touched anything magic related, had any of those portal rings. He gets it for the first time and is already better than Strange. He's already in the ranks. He's already stronger than Strange. Strange is a
Yeah,
little
I
bitch there
mean,
in that
if
movie.
he's opening portals to Spider-Man's coming in from decades, you might as well give him the cape. Like
Hell
seriously,
yeah,
give him the cape, dude. If he's bringing back Strange, give him the cape.
dude.
Like
The
even
Cape
if,
wanted him more than Strange.
dude,
Remember,
yeah,
like the Cape was
exactly.
always on
The
him.
cape, Strange literally looked at him with like interesting. Like I'm gonna holler at
Like
you. I'm
he's like, yeah, yeah, like you're better
he
than me already. You're
he
better.
about to be in. He's watch Ned be in the next fucking Doctor Strange movie.
The fucking next Doctor Strange movie is in what's the actor's name again? The guy that plays Strange.
uh, I forgot, but
Some
you already know who's.
Cumberbatch. Something.
All right,
Yeah,
I had something to say. So, Charlie, I don't know if you remember, but I sent you this link about this three Spider-Mans interviewing, like in
right.
one. So, yeah, guys, there's this interview between Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland when their first interview reviewing No Way Home. And this is the best part, which I'm glad you're gonna hear this, bro. That I heard, and it's already trending too. I don't know if you saw it. So Toby was explaining himself about how things were when he returned, how was it going to be played with, explain how No Way Home did. And here's the line that got everybody. So he said, basically, I can't really remember line by line, but let's just say he said this was not the closing for his Spider-Man.
Whoo!
Like this was not the end chapter. This was not the end.
Wait, Toby said that?
Toby said, "Yes, was really excited at coming back, but I wouldn't say this is the ending of my Spider-Man." And when he said that, we
Everyone
everyone
says.
already
Everyone
knew
says.
that
Fucking GG's.
we're gonna see this guy in his suit again, bro.
Spider-Man
Wait,
4.
dude.
Spider-Man 4.
Wait,
Woo!
Lewis. I don't know. I know I've heard this before. I don't know if it's. I'm gonna like, run it through you if you know. But
Mhm.
I remember seeing something like an Instagram post where it said it's already confirmed. Like literally, I don't know if it's bullshit or not, but it's confirmed that Toby's Spider-Man is gonna make a return,
Appearance
an appearance in Multiverse of Madness or
in
Secret
Doctor
Wars.
Strange too. Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, yeah. There
Yeah.
you go. It was in Multiverse of Madness. It was already confirmed. I don't know if that's bullshit because you know how people will just lie all the time,
I
but I've heard of
I
that. Like he's already confirmed, quote
mhm.
unquote.
Yeah, he after hearing that statement of him saying this isn't the closed chapter of his Spider-Man, it already means that what No Way Home was not his last appearance, which what he said was he was very happy and excited to come back to the suit because that's what everyone wanted. That's what he wanted. And that he said that he basically just said he's not done. And that just gave a lot of
He
hope to
better not be
people.
done.
Dude,
Um
thank God.
nah, yeah, because he once he said that, I already like was freaking out because that just means that he's gonna be back in a future appearance. We don't know where. It can be a surprise. It can be in Secret Wars, but I'm pretty sure that the appearance he's gonna be in is in Doctor Strange 2, because that's what everyone's assuming. because you already know who's directing that movie.
My
The
boy
man
Sam Raimi.
himself, the guy who made this all happen in the beginning, is directing Doctor Strange too. So it would really make logical sense if we see Toby somehow at an end credit or something just coming back. That's what people were saying. Either we're gonna see one of the Spider-Mans back or something like that in the future.
Dude,
But yes, that is confirmed that Tobey Maguire is still Spider-Man and he will be returning. That is
Fucking
confirmed.
fantastic.
we
That
need
is
a
the best news anyone could hear.
we need a Spider-Man 4. We need an Amazing Spider-Man 3
That's the other
to
thing
come out.
too. Isn't Andrew? Well, he's not so 100% confirmed yet. I don't think so. But there's so many people, dude. Like after I was okay. I know I was gonna ask like two questions, right? I'm gonna ask the first one right now. In your opinion, out of the three Spider-Mans that were in No Way Home, which one do you think, in your opinion, stole the show
Andrew.
as a Spider-Man? Andrew? Okay.
Andrew.
No Way
Jason?
Home? No Way
Andrew.
Home, Andrew.
Yeah, I'll say Andrew too.
All right, so we're all in the same boat because dude, I fucking loved Andrew in this movie, man. He killed it. I think he did amazing. He really surprised me because like just imagine 2014, Andrew is just getting shit on, man, shit on by kids and like, bro, you're fucking terrible. You suck as Spider-Man, blah, blah, blah. And then he just, has the guts to come back, be Spider-Man again, and just completely shit on all of those kids that trolled him.
Fuck
Like
yeah.
he was just like, yeah, like you guys thought I was shit. Like, bro, I literally stole the show in this movie. Like, and now all you kids are like begging me for Amazing Spider-Man 3. It's like, where the fuck were you guys in 2014? That shit. I saw that, man. I fucking started crying. And it's the truth, man. Like everyone shat on him, bro. And like Lewis, I
I
know
was
you
one
and
of
me.
them. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I was saying. We can both agree to this, right? We both didn't like Amazing Spider-Man 2.
at
It
the
was
time.
shit.
Yeah.
I
For me,
still
it was
think
at
the
the time.
movie.
Yeah.
I still think the movie's kind of shit, right? I'm not gonna
No,
like
no,
go
I do
back on
too.
it. But like at the end of the day, Andrew Garfield is still Spider-Man, and he still did great in my opinion. Like I've always said it, Andrew Garfield. It sucks that he gets like the hate for it during that time. I always thought, he just had a terrible script given to him. He was just kind of like, he wasn't given the best opportunity, like someone like Toby, for example, right? But overall, I think he did great, man. In No Way Home, he killed it. I loved his scenes, bro. He was amazing. He did great.
Yeah.
Completely
Um,
agree.
he completely stole the show. Yeah, it was as
And it,
much
and he had
as
to
I
save
love
he had to
Toby.
save Tom Holland's girl. Like, come on, man. Like he literally stole his girl too.
Oh man,
Come on
that
now.
scenes, bro. The scenes that were related, when Toby said you are amazing, that hit. That really did
Hell
hit.
yeah.
You know
He
what's
Hell
called him
yeah.
funny?
amazing.
You just think about it. We're sick. Mary Jane from Tom Holland's Spider-Man universe. Um, only knows Andrew now and Tobey Maguire, and not the actual Tom Holland one. No.
Is that a thing? Is that like legitimately is that canon?
I mean, think about it, right? Like they unless like
Isn't it Spider-Man period? Like oh no, no, no.
I thought it was
She
just
only
like
forgot
Tom
she just
Holland,
forgot
right?
Tom Holland's Peter Parker, I think.
Right? That's what I was like
Maybe I
getting at, right? I don't know.
that actually you could be onto something. That actually could be true.
Yeah. Imagine Andrew Garfield comes back, steals fucking Tom
It was like,
Holland's
yeah,
girl, bro.
I lost Gwen Stacy, but like, give me a call. Like I saved your ass. You can come to my universe anytime.
Word.
I'm really glad they did that.
It was beautiful. It was amazing.
Saving him, redeeming himself basically from what happened with him and Gwen, and yeah, he's been through it too. I can't lie. Even knowing that Tom is going through it now, Andrew went through it back in the day too with his Spider-Man, losing the love of his life, losing Uncle Ben, knowing how his parents were, how they were killed. Actually, there was a deleted scene in The Amazing Spider-Man 2 where his father's alive, and he came
I
back on
remember.
it,
I saw it. I saw it.
which I was like, I don't know if I would have liked that.
It was kind of weird, but
Yeah, it was
yeah.
weird, very weird. But hey,
Anyways,
we got what we got.
we should get to our final topic, which is the tier list, right? We're gonna do a tier
Oh
list.
yeah, tier list on the
Yeah.
9 movies, right? Or am I tripping? No, there's 8, right?
There's 8. No, there's 9. There's 9.
There's
No, there's 8. There's 8.
no, there's
There's
eight,
8.
there's eight,
There's
there's
8.
eight.
Are
Yeah,
we
yeah.
counting Into the Spider-Verse?
I never watched that one.
I mean, I would, but he hasn't watched it, so
Oh, okay.
You
We'll
guys
just do
can
the
you
original,
guys can
like the
discuss it
live
if you want.
action movies.
Oh yeah, we'll do a live action. We
Yeah,
can
I think
save
that
Into the
that'll be
Spider
better.
Verse for like another day.
uh,
Yeah.
All right, so you want me to start off first with my take, like my rating out of 10 Or
Yeah.
are we doing
I was gonna
S
say tier
A?
list maker. Wait, do you have it open
I
or?
don't know. I was thinking if like one of you can like pull it up. You think? Or honestly,
Oh,
we don't
damn.
even probably need it open. We can just like we already know like what to say. We could
All
probably
right,
just
so
say it in
screw it.
Discord chat.
We'll start from oldest. So we'll start with Spider-Man 1 back in 2002. We'll get
Mhm.
that one first, and then make our way all the way to No Way Home. And then I just give grade either S, A, B, C, and all that.
Yeah. All
Okay.
right. Well, I'm gonna start off. I'm just gonna put it in Discord chat. I'm gonna give it easily an S. Like, there's no question about it. I rewatched it.
Spider-Man 1?
Yeah, Spider-Man One. I
Oh,
rewatched all three, like of the original Tobey Maguires. Like, I'd say 2 months ago, and I love them. I love all of them, bro. Like, I'll give Spider-Man 2002, like the first one, an S. Like top tier.
Solid, solid. Should I go next?
yeah.
Up to you. Yeah.
Okay. Spider-Man 2002. Here's the thing. I haven't seen the trilogy in a while. I actually not even a while. I'd say a year ago, because it's almost like every year I just sit down and decide let me just rewatch it. But I haven't done that yet in a while. So, but they're still fresh in my mind. I know I love these movies. So, Spider-Man 2002. You know, screw it. Yeah, I give it an S too. I'll give it an S.
Yeah.
It's so fucking good, especially Willem Dafoe, man. He steals the fucking show.
Yeah, I'd have to say I give it an S as well. And just everything about the movie, the starting of it to the end. I like the storyline. I
It's
like
the
the
beginning, man.
villain.
It's the beginning
Yeah,
of
it's
everything.
the beginning. Everything about it was good. I like the, the relationships between everybody, how everybody was introduced, who they are, how they turn out. I mean, yeah, I mean that's the first movie I think I watched as soon as I was born. So yeah, and it's
Out of
S
the
and S for
womb,
me.
watching Spider-Man.
Yeah,
I think the only thing I didn't like was James Franco. I thought he was a bitch, but that's neither here nor there.
is
That's just me.
I if I can yeah if I can remember yeah, because he was like he tried to get his oh yeah he was yeah no I give it he was trying to be a snake bro taking his
Hell yeah.
girl yeah yeah, yeah I agree with you
Yeah.
yeah
But still S tier.
yeah
Yeah.
he still didn't get her
Yeah.
but yeah
So, should we move on to
Spider-Man
Spider-Man?
2.
Yeah. Um, I mean, it's obvious. I'm also gonna give it an S. To be honest, like Doc Ock is fucking literally amazing. There's no honestly no other thing to be said. Like the train scene, amazing. Like every scene in that movie was just like, it was also a very motivational movie too. Like
It was. It was.
aside like the Spider-Man stuff for a sec, like if you watch it without like the Spider-Man stuff, it's a very motivational movie. It has a lot of like
life
good
lessons
life lessons. Exactly. Yeah, it's just amazing in that regard too. It's just a easily probably the best Spider-Man movie ever made.
Oh yeah,
Second
this
one.
was like your favorite one?
I'd say so. Yeah, it
this
still
is
gets
Oh,
an S,
solid.
but yeah, Spider-Man 2 is probably my favorite of like all of them.
Oh, solid. All right. Um, honestly, just to save the trouble, I'm also gonna give Spider-Man 2 an S. I think, like you said, it's a really motivational movie. Alfred Molina as Doc Ock was amazing. Like I feel like he set the role for the villain up until that time. Because like, in my opinion, I think Doc Ock was probably my favorite villain when he first, became Doc Ock. Until Joker and Heath Ledger. Until then, it was Doc Ock.
Yeah.
And I just think he killed it, man. He did amazing. The scenes between him and like Lewis pointed out, dude, something about the CGI back in those movies was so fucking good. Like you could look back on them and you'd be like, holy shit, it still holds up today. If anything, there's even moments where it's better there than it was in No Way Home.
exactly
It's so good, dude. Like it actually surprises me how good it is.
I
So
preferred
yeah,
back then to now
yeah,
honestly
yeah, dude, exactly. So for that reason, yeah, S tier all the way.
Yeah.
yeah I'm definitely gonna have to agree with your guys' opinion definitely S tier because this is my number one favorite movie favorite Spider-Man movie of all time probably will be until I don't even know if they make another one like
Is
this
it like your
yeah
number one movie of all
yeah
time as well?
it's like yeah it's number one like it's a number one
Yeah,
because
that's amazing.
as literally as you said Jason besides it being a Spider-Man movie it has a lot of realistic things that they made Peter like how he like in life like it happens in real life like he's broke he's a broke college kid going through it he can't pay his bills his rent He's going to school. He's struggling in school. Like it's not because he's just Spider-Man. It's actually like a real life moment thing that happens with everybody, I assume.
Yeah.
Trying to get through life, and as him being a teenager, yeah, he's gonna have to go through that, and then with real moments of like Aunt May giving her famous speech in that movie of him getting motivated to keep going, to never quit, to not stop. It just everything about it, and then just the fact that it's Spider-Man, so we get probably my favorite villain, Doc Ock, out of that movie, and everything about it, the fight scenes, the emotional scenes, the sad scenes, even the scenes where he's like sad because he loses the love of his life and nothing's going well right for him. It all like, relates to real life situations and how it turns out at the end. So,
Yep.
Damn. So am I the only one that doesn't have Spider-Man 2 as their favorite movie?
Like
yeah.
Spider-Man movie, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, Spider-Man 2 is number 1 for me.
No, don't get me wrong, man. I love this movie, but mine's so controversial, bro. I swear to God. But yeah, Spider-Man 2 is probably my second favorite movie of all time. In terms of like the Spider-Man
Yeah.
movies.
Let's move on
Yeah.
Yeah.
to Spider-Man 3, which I'm also going to give an S, which is also pretty controversial because I know a lot of people didn't like this movie like as much as the first and second one, but I loved it.
Fuck them.
Yeah, fuck them. They can go suck my dick.
Dude, in
And
my opinion, the original trilogy is a fucking
flaw
masterpiece, man.
exactly.
Oh, like there's just something about it, man.
It
Like
is.
if you don't like them, man, then I don't know. I don't want to be next to you. But
Literally, first, second, and third one I gave all S's, dude. It's so they're all amazing. Like I know I
hands
could
down.
see why people didn't like I guess like the third one that much as like the first and second one, but I they didn't like the flaws didn't really bother me at all. So I loved it just as much as both of them. So giving it an S tier. And yeah,
Say less. For me, this is actually my favorite movie out of all the Spider-Mans, as crazy as that is.
nice.
Like you said, Jason, this shit
Mhm.
is mad controversial. I don't know why it is. It's perfect in every sense of the word. No, I'm just kidding. There's flaws. Don't get me wrong. There's flaws. I know.
I know.
Seeing Spider-Man fucking dance down the fucking streets and
I
the whole
love that scene
memes
though.
and the
The
joke.
fuck?
I know, right? It's low key good. Like
It's
I know
goofy.
people
I
Yeah.
shit
yeah, I
on it.
know, right? It's like people shit
It's
on
low
it, but
key.
I'm
It's
like,
low key good.
that's Bully Maguire. Like,
Hell yeah,
Exactly.
that's
that's
what,
literally
dude. That's what
Bully
started the
Maguire.
memes. Everyone got inspired by that shit. There are people that recreate that scene, bro. It's like, come on now, like it set trends, bro. Um, but yeah,
Yeah.
man. And here's the thing, bro. Spider-Man 3. The big reason I also want to give Spider-Man 3 my number one vote is because this is the one I vividly remember seeing in theaters. Out of the original trilogy, this is the only one I was actually able to see in theaters. The other ones were before my time, or not before my time, more like I was too young.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, when this one came out, 5-year-old me, man, I was pulling up in my Spider-Man suit with my dad, getting a full, bucket of popcorn soda. Man, it was a fucking vibe. I think it was also, if I'm not wrong, I'd have to like check this with my parents one more time. But if I'm not wrong, I think this was the first movie that I literally went in a theater and watched.
Ah.
I believe if I'm not wrong, because up until then I can't think of another time where I went to like the theater. I was still too young. When this one came out in '07, I was 5 years old. I remember begging the living shit out of my parents to please take me see this movie. I had so much merchandise, man. I still have it to this day. Like some of it is just posted up next to like my wall where all my stuff is at.
That's
It's like,
valuable. Yeah, that really is.
yeah, dude. It's like I love this movie. I had so many toys, so many like and during the time when this movie was coming out, it was my whole childhood, man. Bought every toy, bought every book, bought every fucking you name it, I bought it. It was the thing. It just took over my life, and like I said, this might be the first movie I watched in theaters ever. So for that reason, I got to give it my number one
I think the
and
first
S
movie
tier.
like I think the first movie I ever watched in theaters was like Garfield or something.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ,
nah, dude. I could never be me, bro. I'm sorry. I watched Toby when I first got in that theater, bro. Let's get it, Charlie, me and you.
hell
Dude,
I'm
yeah,
so
bro. We
happy
were
we
in the
went
same
again.
theater,
I've
Hell yeah,
probably
we probably
watched the
were. I'm
third
not
one.
even bullshitting.
Like
low
I
what
used
key.
to live near you, so yeah, probably we're in the same theater.
what year did the third one come out?
2007.
2007.
I probably watched it in theaters then, but I was
We were
probably
like
just too young to
5.
remember.
Yeah, for sure.
Alright, guys. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna be that fucking prick, but like
Go for it.
overall, don't give me every one of your guys' reasons were valid. Without this movie, there would literally I love this movie. Don't get me wrong, I love it, but
Mhm.
it's not an S for me. It's an A. And here's the reason why. Overall, like if I'm taking like details wise out, I love the movie. Like besides it, like because it's Spider-Man, and
Yeah.
everything you guys said, like I'm not gonna repeat it, but it was valid points. But if I'm judging it based off the movie, yeah, I was gonna say honestly B, but for me it's an A because I heard a lot about how it could have turned out, because they did push like the movie too much. They put too much in the movie, when it came to villain wise, drama wise, everything about it was like everything could have just turned out differently. Deleted scenes they could have left it to make it better. But overall, I'd still say it's a good movie. It's a good ending to the masterpiece of this amazing trilogy. And yeah, no, I'm gonna just give it an A. But yeah, that's basically all. I have a lot to say, but it's the movie itself. I mean, without this movie, we wouldn't have Bully Maguire. I would never take that for granted. So
Nah,
Yeah.
don't
yeah,
get me wrong, dude. This movie has issues. Like if you
it
look at
has
it
flaws. It
as a
has
pure
flaws.
critic, watching this movie, you're gonna find plenty of flaws. But it's the charm.
Yeah,
It's the charm of the movie, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's
I love it.
yeah.
they could have made this movie a lot better.
Oh,
Don't get me
Avi,
wrong, a lot
Avi,
better, but it's still a good movie because it's Spider-Man. So it's an A
hands
for
down.
me. It's a win-win, honestly. It's a perfect trilogy. I would watch this trilogy all over. I was literally just about to buy it, the trilogy today. But yeah, it's good. Overall, it's like SSA for me. So
Jason, I actually have a quick question for you. In your opinion, what do you think's better, the original Star Wars trilogy or the original Spider-Man trilogy?
oh
Star Wars.
snap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you
Actually,
also got to
yeah,
understand, like, Jason's a huge Star Wars fan as
yeah,
well,
yeah, yeah.
so
Yeah, I know.
that's why I pinned him this question.
No,
True.
yeah,
But
I'm
yeah,
I'm more
Eh,
Star Wars and
I
Spider-Man, but
understand.
like Spider-Man's still like really like one of my like it's still really good, obviously.
hands down.
Yeah.
We could have a whole Star Wars episode one day, dude. We got to do that as well. A whole Star
Yeah,
Wars episode. We got to do
I.
one of those things.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I
in
know
the
a lot
future.
now.
Stay tuned to that one. Stay tuned to that
Stay
one.
tuned.
All
Yeah.
right, let's move on to the next. Now we start getting to the shit.
Yeah. So Amazing
Okay.
Spider-Man 1. I watched it when I was the last time I watched it when it came out. So
It
when
was
it came out?
2012, right? 2012?
So
Yeah, we
10 years
were
ago. All right, so
10.
I was 9.
Yeah, or
So
9. Yeah.
from what I remember, I'm just gonna give it like a D because I don't remember like pretty much.
What
Whoa.
the
Oh, wait, listen,
shit?
listen, 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 listen. Obviously, my rating's fucked up because I didn't watch it in literally 10 years, so I can't really give a valid reason. But if I don't remember like anything from like the movie that much, like I literally don't. I only remember one scene. It was like a lizard or something, like just
Mhm.
Well,
in
yeah,
the
that's the main
sewers.
bad
Yeah,
guy.
I know.
Yeah.
It was like the wizard in like a sewer or something. That's literally the only scene I remember from the entire movie. I don't even remember like any scene from with Andrew at all. It's because it was literally 10
Wow.
years ago. You know what I mean? Like I don't remember like anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will definitely have to rewatch it. So my
I was
rating.
gonna
I'm
say,
not even
yeah,
gonna rate it. I'm not gonna
maybe.
even rate it. I'm not gonna even rate it. I can't rate it.
Nah, nah, you did the damage. You already put a D. Stand
Uh,
up to it.
Put a
Alright, fine.
D.
I'll put a D for now
Just put like
until
D. Yeah, yeah, D for now until you get a refresher on it and watch it, and then you can change your answer.
yeah. I'm gonna watch it right now
For
during the
me,
podcast. Sign.
all right, say less. Overall, I'm in the same boat. I don't. No, no, no. I did watch Amazing Spider-Man 1 another time besides my first time in theater. Um, it's not that bad. Like I wouldn't say it's terrible, right? Obviously, it doesn't like hold a candle to the original Spider-Man trilogy with Tobey.
Mhm.
Um, but I would say roughly it's not bad. I like the lizard. I'd have to rewatch too because I remember the CGI, especially for the time, it wasn't so bad. Like
No.
I feel like they did lizard pretty well overall. Um, and then seeing Andrew as the new Spider-Man, I thought it was like a fresh take. I was kind of enjoyed it, like seeing a new, uh, version of Spider-Man that seemed. I know people would be like, "Oh, he was too cool. He was a skater." Blah blah blah. And yeah, I mean that's a big flaw in my opinion because when you think of Peter, you think of like the nerdy kind of kid at school with glasses or whatever.
Yeah.
But Tom Holland, not Tom Holland, my bad. Andrew Garfield, he just seemed like the Peter that got bitches. Like that was the main thing I always thought of. Like he was like the fuck boy of the Spider-Man.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so that kind of resonated with me. I kind of wanted to be like him. I always thought he was so cool. And so,
Man had dunks. Yeah.
yeah, he had dunks too, man. Oh fuck, I forgot about that. Took a he fucking dunked from the half court line, man. Like, oh my god.
Man had
Yeah, yeah,
dunks.
I
Make a
totally
dunk.
forgot about.
Make a
He
dunk.
fucking shits on Jordan, man. Holy crap. And so yeah, uh, I'm not gonna say it was terrible. I'll give it a C, C plus. Let's give it that.
Okay.
Alright.
What is the lowest out of this? Like, it goes from S to what?
F.
F. F tier is the
F.
worst.
Okay. F E.
There's no E.
Oh yeah.
There's F to D, then
Oh,
C.
FDC. Okay, then I give
Yeah.
it a C then.
Just
Um.
plain out C.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. To get this out the way, Charlie, I personally think the CGI for the Amazing Spider-Man, the Lizard, was better than No Way Home, without a doubt. I did
It
not like the
is. It
CGI
is.
for Lizard. Yeah. Okay. We can agree on that. But yeah, to see for me, like as Charlie said, mostly he said is like things I wanted to say. You know, about Peter. You know how he's not really like comic book related. You know, because he's like a cool guy, skater, all that stuff. And you know, just the fact that I do like this movie. Uh, personally, like I like. Well, at the time I hated it, but now as watching it, I actually do like it. I don't even really pay attention to the plot. I just like it because the action scenes, the swinging scenes,
The
even
fight scenes were really solid too.
yeah, that's why I really do like the battles between Spider-Man and whoever he goes against. Whether it's a regular burglar or a guy that's trying to make the whole city into lizards. But yeah, he
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Like that whole turn everyone into lizards was kind of stupid, but other than that,
crazy
solid.
mad scientist, huh? Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. But yeah, I liked it. The reason it's so low though is because like yeah, the plot was like, eh. The characterization was not on point. I mean, besides him having Gwen Stacy as a true loved one. Uncle Ben dying again. His Uncle Ben, Aunt May. He's really like too cool. Yeah, he's like yeah, like you said, he probably get the bitches. I can't lie. He got Gwen.
yeah. First
And
try too.
yeah, first freaking try, but yeah, overall I liked his Spider-Man in the first one better than the second. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I mean, overall, yeah, it's to see. It doesn't compare to Maguire's though. Nothing. That movie would never ever compare to Maguire's, but I like the fighting scenes. If we're just gonna be real, like the fighting, the swinging, the way he is as Spider-Man, I actually do like him as Spider-Man.
I do
And
too.
because it relates a lot to the comic. That the swinging act, like, yeah,
Plus the
it's
sarcastic
good.
nature, kind of being like a dickhead to the supervillains.
Exactly. Yes, that's another thing.
It was
And
really good.
yeah, I liked it. I give it a C. It's not too good, but it's not too bad. So hey,
Yeah,
Yeah.
in the middle, middle of the line.
it's a middle. It's in the middle.
All right. So
Oh
the
no.
second one.
Oh shit.
Here's the thing. I never seen
Here's
this
where you
movie.
fumble the bag,
I
bro.
never
Dead
seen
ass.
this movie. No.
You're good. You're fine.
But
Yeah,
here's the
you know
thing,
what?
right?
Totally
You
fine.
I
saved yourself.
saw I saw a scene on YouTube where like it's him versus like Andrew Garfield in like literally at Times Square, right?
Hmm.
Hmm.
And I'm not gonna lie, it that looked really good, but I can't obviously judge a movie off one like scene. But
Scene.
off that scene, like it looked really good. But I'm not gonna judge because I literally can't. Like I never
Yeah, I
watched
would
it.
say yeah. I'd say first watch the movie, get a feel for it, and then you can give a grade.
Yeah.
All
All right,
All
Charlie.
right, so I'm
right,
gonna go ahead and
Charlie.
all right, okay, ready for this? Ready? I'm gonna
Yeah.
say something a little controversial. Okay. I'm
Go
Hmm.
not
for
gonna
it.
say this movie is an S tier. Hell no. I'd be in the fucking pit of fire if I said something like that. But overall, I really think the Amazing Spider-Man series had really, really good fight scenes. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like some of the most well choreographed fight scenes I've ever seen in a Spider-Man movie. Like I'm gonna be honest, I think he does better than Tom Holland in the
Oh,
fight scenes.
without a doubt.
There was just something they just hit the money on the fight scenes when it came to these Amazing Spider-Man movies. Now, if they just only took a fraction of that time they put into fight scenes into the actual like dialogue and plot, it would have been a good movie, man.
Oh
Literally would have
yeah.
been a good movie. But there's a reason why this movie sucks so much butthole, and it's because it's all over the place. All
The
right,
story, it's
the
yeah,
story's all over the place. Andrew, even Andrew starts fumbling the bag, man, literally with Gwen. But
just so much
um,
drama.
there's so much drama. It just felt like it was trying to turn into a little love story, dude. I feel like
And
this one has like the same issues, Jason, as like
Attack of the
what's it
Clone
called?
Wars.
Yes, yes,
yes,
exactly, exactly. It turns way too quick into like a love story of like, Andrew being all sad about Gwen Stacy and trying to, what I mean? It's just like Jesus Christ, man, you're fucking Spider-Man, bro. Like,
Yeah.
but like whatever, right? And then you can't talk about they did my boy Jamie so dirty in this movie, bro. They did him so fucking dirty, man. He looked like shit, bro. Like
Is
literally.
that wait? Uh, that's a
blue,
Electro, right?
yeah,
I'm talking about
blue.
both versions too, where he was the as Electro and as like a human being before he turns into Electro. He had like think about just picture this in your head, the most visually nerdy person you can think of. You think of the person wearing like a button-down t-shirt with the pens in their little pocket and the really fucked up hair and really shitty glasses with tape between the middle,
Hmm.
right?
Like that.
That's what they did to Jamie.
Oh wow.
They did him so
Wait.
dirty, man.
So
Did you
he
did you
was.
ever
Oh my bad.
did
Go
you
go.
even see him? Did you see him, Jason, as like his elect? You know how you saw Electro, like how he is in No Way Home. But did you ever see the person version in the Amazing Spider-Man series?
I'm pretty sure I saw a video. Yeah, he did look like kind of a nerd. Yeah.
He looked disgusting, man.
It
And
was
it's Jamie
bad.
Foxx,
How the
bro. Like,
fuck like? How does he go from that in Amazing Spider-Man to like whatever he was in No Way Home? Is
yeah,
that
that's what
it?
I'm saying. They gave
He
my
got
man
blessed.
Pims. He got
He
stupidly
got the
blessed.
fade, like shit, bro. You
Man got
got it, bro.
Hell
You
bitches
can't
yeah.
like
get the bitch,
in
honestly.
between the movies, bro.
Hell yeah, dude. So
Got
there's
musky.
that. And here's the thing. Jamie Foxx is even in the worst part of this movie. It's that little shithole of Harry Osborn that's the worst part of this movie, man. He's so fucking terrible. Like, look, I know James Franco's a child groomer, but like he did so much fucking better than this guy. I don't know where they picked this actor off of. Like,
Yeah.
just I've never seen him before this movie, and I've never seen him in another movie after this, after Amazing Spider-Man 2, which makes sense because it completely fumbled the bag.
Yeah.
And obviously, the only thing you could say he did in the movie was he killed Gwen, which okay, yeah, but like
It's accurate though. When Stacy does die in the comics, and no matter what universe, except
exactly.
that she's like Spider Gwen, you know.
So exactly, he had canonity and on his side. Of course, it was gonna happen with him. But dude, he sucked as a fucking he. Every time I looked at him on screen, he just looked like he smelled terrible. Like, you know what I mean? Like every time I would see him, I felt so bad for Andrew Garfield because I felt like he had to be next to him during like production and all that, and he just probably smelled like shit, man. I swear, he looked disgusting. It was so
Oh
bad, man.
God.
So then, okay, just to make it quick, the movie's an F tier. Not okay.
Wow.
No, no,
F.
no, no, not F tier.
Holy
No, just
shit.
because of the fight scenes, I'll give it a D tier.
All right,
That's my shit.
Alright.
Lewis.
Alright, y'all. You guys are gonna be like, what the fuck? That shit's an A for me. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's I'm kidding.
Damn.
I mean, I
Dude.
never watched it. I don't. I can't like laugh, but
You would not say it's an A, bro, if you saw it. It's 100% a D. I would
okay,
rather
okay.
choose the Amazing Spider-Man over the Amazing Spider-Man 2. And just as exactly how Charlie explained it, it's it's just all over the mother effing place, bro. We got drama. We have this guy being sad over his freaking father leaving him. We have past coming back towards him, and the only reason this is not an F is because not only because of the fight scenes, it's just because how he is a Spider-Man, dude. He plays Spider-Man so well because Andrew Garfield, out of all of them, he loves playing Spider-Man.
Oh
Like
yeah, you could
loves it.
tell.
He's passionate about it.
Yeah.
So when he's over here being sarcastic, when he's over here swinging, I feel like he would do that if it wasn't CGI. Even like if it's the risk of him swinging, he's gonna do it. So, but
Like, dude, he's
overall,
a legitimate good ass actor. Like, he is
yeah, he's
amazing.
good. He's good.
He's great.
Yeah, if you guys seen him in other movies like Hacksaw Ridge, he's good, dude.
Exactly, exactly.
He's really good. But either way, like yeah, the whole story was so trash. The villains were what the hell. Yeah, the only thing that really made sense about that movie was just the fighting scenes, Gwen dying, and I love the swinging scenes too. I love the
Oh yeah,
beginning
that too.
swinging, the swinging in the final battle between him and Electro when he's like doing all that, dude. That's Spider-Man, bro. That
It's
is
good.
true
It's good.
Spider-Man. Yeah, I
Hell
mean,
yeah.
but um, um,
So you gave it a D, right? With nothing
yeah,
like D minus, D plus, just solid D.
D minus. Yeah, I probably have to give it
Okay.
a D minus.
All
The
right.
only
Yeah,
reason
yeah,
why it's not an F is because it's Spider-Man. That's why.
for sure.
But yeah.
All
Sorry,
right.
All right,
Andrew.
let's
Thank God No Way Home saved you, bro.
let's
I
Hell
don't
yeah.
move
know what
on
else to tell you.
to
The Tom Holland
Tom
trilogy.
Holland trilogy. Yes.
All
Okay.
right.
The first one. What was it? I
Homecoming.
didn't. Homecoming. Yeah.
Homecoming.
Okay.
When did that come out? 2017, right?
2017.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest. I need to rewatch this movie because I hardly remember shit from it. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know
All
if
right. I
it's just
feel
because
you.
I have like a bad memory, but from what I remember, it was good, but like obviously not like special. So for now, until I rewatch it again, I'm gonna give it a B
Wow. Okay.
because I don't even remember the villain. I dead ass don't
It
remember the
has.
villain. I don't.
Dude,
Yeah,
what is it
well,
with you? What is it with you forgetting the villains?
I don't know. I just don't. I don't remember really like that many scenes from like. I know like Iron Man was like kind of a big part in the first Spider-Man movie, right? Kind
Yeah.
of. Yeah. Cause like it's kind of like weird with this trilogy. I kind of mix up different movies. Cause like obviously, cause like Iron Man's in it, and like you know what I mean. Cause like the whole
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's just kind of confusing to keep track of all these movies, bro.
Oh, hell yeah.
But yeah, I remember it was good.
So a B, like no strings attached, plus minus, just B.
I'll just give it a B. Yeah.
All right. I'm in the same boat, honestly. I'd have to rewatch this movie because I don't think I've watched it again ever since they came out in theaters. And keep in mind, ever since Spider-Man 3, every single Spider-Man movie that's come out in theaters, I've watched it in theaters, right?
mhm.
Yeah.
A lot of them are
Same, yeah.
like a lot of them are like it's I've watched it just in theaters and that's it. I would say the Tom Holland movies specifically are ones where I watched it in theaters and I think that was the last time I watched them.
Mhm.
Um but yeah, so this movie, I do remember it. I don't remember it being anything crazy, but the one thing that I will always say that this movie just doesn't do right like the other movies because there's a clear outlier with this movie compared to the other two. And the way I see it is this wasn't the first time Tom Holland was introduced as Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Because he was first introduced, even if it was a small role, in Civil War,
Civil
right?
War.
Which I think
Yeah.
was a year before this, right?
Mhm.
And that just kind of stuck with me. It's like, okay, here right off the bat, Tom Holland joins and he's already a part of the Avengers. Like, just chill out, like know your place, Jesus Christ. And so what's it called? So yeah, then when I saw him in no in Homecoming, it's just kind of like, yeah, I kind of already saw you a year ago. I understand you're the new shit, like you're the person that's new in the suit, but I don't know, it didn't hit the same with me because like with the other guys, that was their first rodeo, their first time. Like remember to the days when we first saw Toby be
Mhm.
Spider-Man. It was like it was mesmerizing. We thought it was
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Even Andrew Garfield when it was first time, it was like, dude, new Spider-Man, new breath of fresh air. It was amazing. But with Tom Holland in his first movie, it wasn't really his first appearance. It was just kind of like we introduced him into Civil War. Let's make a movie because we want more money, which that's what they're gonna do. Um, but yeah, the movie I wasn't a big fan of Vulture. I thought he was like you said, Lewis. He's just an old man in a suit.
Mhm.
Um, and that's a problem with the Tom Holland trilogy. I feel like it's always um, some dude
They
in a suit.
yeah, they make something out of the villain when the villain's actually like a villain in the comics.
Exactly. And so yeah, overall, I like some of the moments. I remember there was a moment in like Washington D.C. where he's like on the Washington's monument or whatever it was called.
Mhm. Yeah.
I thought that was a really cool scene. I thought it was really awesome.
Yeah.
Um, there's some moments I think fighting wise, like choreography, it was okay. I still think Andrews were
Better.
superior,
Yeah.
much better. So overall, I'll give this movie a B minus, if not a B minus, a C plus,
Okay.
around there,
That's
I'd say.
that's typical. Yeah.
All right.
All right. For me, yeah, it'd have to be a B because, like as you said, Charlie, we've seen everything started with Tom Holland back in Civil War,
Exactly.
and that was a very big introduction because from what we had last, we were all trying to see if this guy was capable of even being up there with Toby or was he going to be as bad as Andrew was back in the day, So the introduction was the main part, which I think the movie Homecoming, I think they did a pretty solid job. I mean, it wasn't like a beginning. It was more like an introduction of how it ended off after he fought in Civil War and how he's just your ordinary neighborhood Spider-Man. He's just a kid. He goes to high school. He's a smart scientist. The storyline's already been repeated twice, so I did assume that they weren't gonna do something like that again. Uncle Ben's dead already. He's Spider-Man, got bit by a spider, and blah 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 and all. So overall, I did like the movie. I can't lie. When I watched it in theaters, I enjoyed it very much. The scenes of swinging, saving. Tom Holland's a really good Spider-Man for saving people.
Oh
So
yeah.
I would say yeah, when he was at the Washington Monument, yeah, when he saved what was her name, Liz? Yeah, another character, love interest in Spider-Man's eyes, but yeah, he saved her and it was pretty cool. I liked it. And I just overall the movie storyline wasn't as iffy. I mean, it was logical sense. I say some parts of it. Some parts were like, useless. I'd say not doesn't make sense, but useless. But overall, I think it was a pretty solid movie. Pretty sure that's what everyone else would say. It's a watchable movie. I'd say if you want to, watch another Spider-Man movie, if you already watched Toby and Andrew, go right for it. And that's pretty much it. Yeah. Overall, with the villains being nah, uh, Vulture was
Not your favorite, pretty much.
nah, but it was okay.
I like the
Okay for
actor.
it.
Michael Keaton was good, but
Yeah, Michael Keaton was good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wish they'd try to do something Vulture realistic, because in the comics, Vulture is like a sick person that finds not a cure, but another just like Green Goblin. He finds like some kind of drug, or not even like he tries stuff on his body, and then he cures himself, and then he's like, oh, he goes crazy. Now he's Vulture. He has wings. Yeah. I wish they kind of did that, but they just made it like, oh yeah, let me just steal Stark's tech and then make a wings out of itself. So
that's
Yeah.
he
actually
underground.
something I was gonna bring up now that I think about it. This movie revolves around Tony Stark way too much. I feel like it almost
Yep.
feel like an Iron Man 4 in a way.
Yeah.
Because like you said, this Vulture just steals technology from Tony Stark to make his suit, and then you have Spider-Man who literally has another suit given to him by Tony, and then Tony has to save his ass, when he was fumbling the bag with that boat when it was starting to rip in half.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I just feel like Tony Stark, as much as I love RDJ, amazing actor, amazing as Tony Stark, um, I just felt like there was too much of him. It seemed like he was based around the movie way too much. I think it should have just been more Spidey versus the villain, like it always was.
Yeah.
No, no, yeah. Definitely, yeah. I totally agree with you. I mean, overall, it's not a bad movie. It's not the best, but it's a good watchable movie, I'd say, in my opinion. It's a
Definitely.
B. It's definitely a B for me. Yeah, it's a B.
But all right. So we got pretty much our final movie because we already talked like a whole like 30
No way
minutes
home.
on like
Yeah.
Oh
No Way
yeah,
Home. So we already know all of us pretty much gave it an S. Unless Charlie, you gave it like an A or a.
I could give it an A. Yeah,
I give it
Okay.
an A. Yeah.
Wait, what?
I give No Way Home an A. I'm with Charlie.
Word? I was,
Listen, I would have given it an S if they would have just did my expectations.
all right.
But they
Well,
kind of flawed it, so
let's go. I'm
yeah,
not
it's
the only
it's an
one.
A. No, no, no. Yeah, I'm definitely with Charlie. It's Tobey Maguire's an S for me. But that movie, as much as I absolutely love it, coming from me, Jason, it's an A for me.
damn.
It's an A. I would still buy the disc version if I get the chance, but it's an A, bro.
Personally, I would give No Way Home an S, just cause like it was just fucking amazing, like
I
all
mean,
you know what I mean?
Toby's back. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
that just grades
Yeah,
it
no,
up like
there's great scenes in the movie, man, hands down.
that swinging scene, the three of them swinging with each other, dude.
Yeah.
And then when
That's
they
part
all
of the film.
jump, That probably is the best part. And then when they're all like positioning themselves, when they land, oh my god, I want to cry. Like, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Our final
on
Spider-Man movie, Far From Home, right?
yep,
2019, yeah.
Yeah.
Far
I'm gonna
From Home.
give it an A. To be honest, like I remember, I remember this movie like a lot, because like it was really only like 2 years ago, 2 to 3 years ago.
Hmm.
It was like a fun little adventure. He's literally on vacation, and he's just I honestly forgot a little bit about like why what's his name? Doctor Mysterio. What's his name?
Mysterio.
Mysterio?
Yeah.
Mysterio. Okay. Yeah, I
Queen
honestly
Beck.
forgot like
Yeah.
why Mysterio is targeting him, but I
For
remember like
glasses.
I remember
The
like
glass. Yeah. Edith.
but yeah, like I remember like the fight scenes were clean. I just remember like the whole movie just being like a fun little adventure. It wasn't anything like crazy, but it definitely was. I'd say definitely better than Homecoming, so that's why I'm giving it a A.
All right. So you'll give it an A just like that? Like plus, minus?
I'll give it an A minus. I wouldn't say it's like, yeah, I'd say A minus, to be
All
honest.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, solid. Um, for me, like you said, this is a more recent film that I remember too. I think it is better than Homecoming, but there's a reason why, because it has my second favorite actor of all time in it, Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I
He's
gotta give it
go.
to him, man. He's amazing in this movie, bro. Um, if it weren't for him, I don't see anyone else playing Mysterio better than him. And every time I see him in a movie, he just kills the role. So for that, I'll definitely say it's a very good movie. Maybe not very good, but like it's a great
It's
movie in my opinion.
watchable. Yeah.
It's definitely watchable. Like this is a solid Tom Holland movie. Um, and yeah, I think it was solid with its fight scenes. I feel like they really started to get the hang of how to make a good fight scene. Um, the one thing I will say is just kind of how, actually no, I'll say another positive. CGI was really good in this one. Like I felt
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
the dream sequences when Tom Holland was being like played around with in his mind by Mysterio when he was like having those visions and all that. I think it was so well done. It was really, really just well cut. Um, yeah, so I'll give that. Um, the one thing I will say that kind of brings it down is just kind of, like I said, Tom Holland's movies. It's unfortunate, but his villains always seem just lackluster. They don't really seem like they pose too much of a threat because
Exactly.
once again, this movie needed to rely on Stark technology again.
Again.
And it's just kind of like Jesus Christ, man. Like the poor guy is dead, man. Like
Let
here
him
we are,
be.
we're still using his tech, bro. Because yeah, pretty much, Jake Gyllenhaal's character Mysterio gets a hold of Edith, the glasses, and then he starts controlling all these fucking, like they look like drones or whatever, and then they start creating illusions, and it's just like Jesus Christ, man. Like here we are again, another person that needs Stark technology to do what they have to do. And
Yeah.
overall, he's just a guy in a suit at the end of the day. Like as much as I love Jake Gyllenhaal, he's just a guy in a suit. And Peter Parker pretty much whoops his ass at the end pretty easily. So
Yeah.
that's my beef. Um, I'd give it a either an A minus or a B plus. Other than that, it was really good. I liked it.
Solid. 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 All right,
Oh
Lewis.
man. Oh, you guys are gonna be so surprised for me.
Oh
Gives it
shit.
an
Okay,
S.
so no. What did I rate? Homecoming. I said B, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
B. Yeah. This movie, I'm gonna have to give it a C plus. Dude.
Word? You didn't like
Yeah.
this one as much as Homecoming?
Nah. I'm gonna say it. I like Homecoming better than Far From Home, and
Damn.
here's my reasons why. It's because it's like I don't know. I have the feeling my body is like I would rather watch Homecoming than Far From Home. It's because I don't know. I don't get me wrong. I still liked it. Like from Jason's point of view, I can understand. Like he's going on vacation. He wants to take a break from being Spider-Man. He wants to just be himself. He wants to get the love interest of his life, aka MJ, played by Zendaya. He wants to have just a normal kid life. And then here, out of the bloom, he's just like a water monster, just comes out of nowhere and almost makes a tsunami of the whole freaking. where were they? In where were they again?
Italy, I think.
Pretty sure it was
Yeah, right.
Italy. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and they were like, dude, and now it's just funny to me how they made the characters so dumb in that movie that they didn't realize that Spider-Man was there, and they called him what, the Night Monkey, who that just
Night
magically
Monkey.
has the same abilities as Spider-Man,
Oh
and he's
yeah, I forgot about
here,
that.
and which overall, I mean, that scene would have been better if it wasn't like, oh, if at first it was for me, but then once I found out it was like an illusion, I was like, oh, not yet. That sucks. But yeah, now it's like, okay, don't get me wrong, I love Jake Gyllenhaal. He's a great actor. I do love him in this movie, don't get me wrong. That's probably why it's not like more lower. But yeah, just overall the scenes didn't really make sense. Then we got freaking Nick Fury, aka I know that wasn't the real him, but we got him and then the other Shield, I like again, I know it's not them, but even if it was them, like why are you like why? Like why are you bothering this young teenager that just wants to live his life for once
Exactly.
instead of saving your asses from a freaking purple ass guy with Infinity Stones? Like give the kid a break.
Yeah, nah,
and
word, word.
and then they're just like, "Listen, we need you because nobody's available." Are you kidding me?
That's no way. There's no
Dude.
way.
And I'm like, you out of everyone, you chose Tom Holland? Like, I'm like, okay, okay. Besides that, the positive thing I can say about it is it's kind of like funny. It's adventurous. It kind of makes sense, but at the same time, as Charlie said, it's too much related to Tony Stark, because the whole plot of this is freaking Quentin Beck, aka Jake Gyllenhaal, the guy that played Mysterio. He's upset because Tony stole his research, and he basically just wants revenge, and he wants to put it out on a young teenager that hasn't done nothing to him, and he just fake being a hero, and now like you got the whole city turning against my boy at the end, and then what the hell does that leave him with? He dies, and then he just ruins a kid's life. Like, what? Dude, I'm getting too
I
much
didn't
into
like that
it.
they killed him, man. I they killed off Jake
Yeah,
Gyllenhaal. I was like,
but
why? Why go so far?
and then just the fact that they made Spider-Man look so weak in this movie, bro. He couldn't even, dude. If it was Andrew or Toby when he's like trying to get the drones out the way, I feel like they would have just, in the snap of a finger, took that out. But they made that like the drone scenes so like impossible to just flick a web and just take it out, then I don't know what to tell you, bro. I don't know. Tom Holland's not the strongest, I'd say. I know that, but hey, we did get it. And then overall, like I said, it's not a bad movie. I mean, as much as I pointed out my point of views on my plots, but uh, I would rather watch Homecoming. I think Homecoming had a better like sense of view than Far From Home. So,
All
what
No,
about
I
right.
you?
feel you.
Yeah.
Makes sense. I also feel like this movie kind of makes the perfect segue into No Way Home. Just with the end, that end
No,
credit,
yeah, I
literally,
do
it was
give it
amazing.
that.
It was
The
great.
reason why also my boy J.K. Simmons just at the end makes the movie great. With him
Hell yeah.
appearing
Hell
back,
yeah.
him as J. Jonah, it it really brought like the way how we felt about No Way Home. Like at that moment when I saw him, I was like, "Oh yeah, you already know who's coming back." So you're like, "Okay." And then just the ending, and they made the ending so good in that movie that we were all waiting to see what is gonna happen. And little did you know, they already planned it 2 years ago before we even got a trailer. So
Hell yeah, dude.
yeah, I mean that's
Yeah.
props that I give Far From Home. That's the only props. That literally, if it wasn't for that ending and overall the plot of it, how it's gonna be for No Way Home, it would have been a D for me. Not even kidding.
Wow.
Damn.
I still watch it overall. I can't lie. I still watch it like over The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Nor I just watch it, but after Homecoming, because I do like Homecoming better than Far From Home. Yeah.
No, we feel you. I mean, it's all solid takes. Everyone's got their own opinion, and it's I mean, if you didn't feel it, that's fine. I mean, I see what you mean, dude. There's a lot of moments where it was kind of
Yeah.
like,
Don't get me wrong. At the
questionable.
moment, I was like, "Oh my god, this is great," because it was a moment thing. And recapping and re-seeing everything, what the hell?
Dude,
I,
Exactly.
it would have been dope if um who's the guy on the broadcaster at the TV at the end? What's his name? J.K. Simmons, right?
yeah.
That's the
J.
actor.
Jonah. J.
Yeah.
Jonah Jameson.
Imagine his version from Tobey Maguire met the one from Tom Holland's. That shit would have been funny.
That yeah. That would have been like, "Hey, it's you, Jonah." Wait,
Yeah, wait, yeah, exactly.
you're not.
That would have been
I
weird,
Jonah.
but funny at the
Yeah,
same time.
that's another thing too. They didn't even have a J. Jonah Jameson in the Amazing Spider-Man. Imagine they did. Oh my God, I
All
can't even
three of them
imagine who they
meeting,
would
bro.
get it.
That would
All
have
three of
been
them were J.K.
amazing.
Simmons.
Dude, yeah. Oh my God, imagine. Oh my God, I didn't even think of that, dude. That would have been
Jesus
insane.
Christ.
But
Yeah,
yeah, overall, yeah, like we all said, No Way Home for me is an A. We pretty much explained why. I did
Yeah.
my point, and then everyone else did.
yeah. Honestly, I think it's a perfect time to just like wrap up the episode. If you, Lewis, thank you so much for like being on here, bro. Like this is honestly like an awesome like episode
This is
talking
one of
about
the most
Spider Man.
requested too.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, guys, I feel no. Stop it. You gassing
Nah,
me up too
all
much.
facts.
Really?
Hell yeah.
Thank you. No, yeah, it was an honor being with here, guys. I was really excited to be on here. Thank you guys so much for, letting me be on here. I've always, I wanted to be in here ever since the day you guys announced or put out your first video. I always wanted to, yeah, and I plan on whenever you guys want me to come back, just say the word and I'll be back. Just let me know.
Got you. Don't worry about it.
And
Never say
I
less.
would gladly never decline that offer. So no, but overall, thank you guys for inviting me. I'm really happy
Don't
to
worry
be
about
here.
Yeah,
I'll put all like your socials in the description as well. So if you guys want to go check out Lewis's like Twitch, his
his
I'll
YouTube
even
channel.
put his YouTube channel. I'll even put like the his Instagram as well as like those 3 Spider-Man videos if you guys want to go watch it from like when he was like 9 years old.
Shit, dude, you better.
Hell, of course I will. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching and yeah, see ya.
Yeah.